Mm-hmm. 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 All right. So we got some viewers here. Not sure what was going on with Uncle Jim there. He disappeared. But trying to pick this up. I think he's trying to save his minutes. Kingpin. LOL. Yeah, right. Duck you. Wow. I've seen you before. So we're just going to go on here for a little bit. See if we got anybody come in. And let's see here. Kingpin, how's it going there, brother? Ah, Jerry. Okay. Thanks, buddy. I didn't get the message, so fair enough. So Kyle Lusk is going to pick up Jim's chat tonight, and I'll probably just kill this. No, James, the wires are crossed. I didn't get the message, so. Yeah, Kingpin. Same here. I get it. I threw it out to those guys. I didn't. I was on the side and kind of just threw it out. I didn't get the message, but that's fair enough. Yep, Jerry, I got you. I hear, brother. I'll go over to Kyle's channel. So, oh, really, Jerry? Hmm. Oh, interesting. Well, maybe I'll just hang out here for a little bit. I know Kyle's connection's been a little goofy. I guess mine's working. Y'all can hear me, I suppose. Yeah, I ducked out of YouTube and set this up, but I went back to YouTube and it was off. Jim said, "That's it. I'm cutting it off." He has a time limit, and he wants to do a Halloween thing. So we'll hang out here. Jerry, you can come in. I pretty sure, Jerry, I sent you. Yep. I sent the guys from Jim's chat a message. Ozark, you have an email. Pretty sure. We'll have to regroup here, or maybe Kyle will figure out what he's doing. So I'm StreamYard only here, so I can't see what's going on the other side of things. So thanks, Jerry. I'm StreamYard only here.
Howdy.
Hey there, Jerry.
I didn't want you to feel all alone.
No, hell. Are we echoing?
Okay. Idaho's here. He came over. I guess he was trying to find the chat too. Ah, there we go.
Arkansas's here.
Hey there, Jerry.
All right. So the party's here. Nice save, K24.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to negotiate here a little bit.
He came over.
Michael Signs, you got an email. I'm trying to negotiate the thing here.
Alabama's now winning 34-24 against Georgia, in case anyone's curious about that.
Michael was having trouble with his internet connection on the other chat.
Like Arkansas.
Yeah, that does happen.
I came in the middle of that.
I don't know what that was for. Blocking the back.
I don't have your email.
There we go.
Text me your email, Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho was on the last one with us.
Yeah, I know, but he wants me to link him. I think it's okay. Hold on. I think this is. I'll send it to you.
Alabama got a block in the back after the interception.
All right.
There you go, brother.
Here we go.
There
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
are.
I missed the communication with Kyle completely. So I kind of fired this up, not knowing what was happening.
Do you have Kyle's email?
I probably do, but I'm gonna have to go off camera here and get a little weird.
He was thinking that didn't have something about he wasn't allowed to, or I don't know how the restrictions are with the StreamYard, but his wasn't an option. Maybe something like that. Maybe.
Okay.
I think he was getting bogged down by like updates or something.
Well, I think he's trying to do it mobily, and you got to have 1,000 people on YouTube to do it mobily.
Yep.
Yep. Hey,
Yeah.
Brokeloader's here. Pony 47.
West
West
Covina.
Covina. Pat, I think I sent you a link. I think. Kind of put this together real quick. So.
Yeah, Idaho wanted the link, but I don't have his email. I don't think. Hold on a sec. Let me go on my text here.
Yeah.
I think it's just Idaho Rogers at Gmail.
Yeah. This gets real weird on a phone, so I was trying to get to that Idaho Rogers thing, and it's very.
Oops.
Crack yourself up.
Don't flag.
Another flag. Laundry on the field.
Pick up that hanky.
Oh, look, he was holding his
Holding his
towel.
arm.
Where did K24 go? Oh, there you are.
Holding up.
There you are.
Disappeared. Confusing me.
Sorry, I was in the I was in the private
Georgia
chat
fans
trying
are
to
pouting in the stands.
grab that Idaho Rogers thing. It's completely undoable from a phone.
Yeah. Oh, D Rogers. Okay, here it is. You see it down here on the side chat.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I don't think.
Cranky's
think
in
I-
here, so I got him. Cranky's in here, so I got a mod. Jerry, are you a mod? Michael, are you a mod?
No.
I don't think I am, but I can't see the chat because I'm just on my phone.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the StreamYard, so trying to figure out if I can just throw a link in there.
Yeah.
As long as there's somebody that
still-
can kill it.
I still have my skunk, James. It's just getting hot. and
Hey,
uncomfortable.
Brian.
Shedding.
Yeah, right. Hey, Brian, how you doing there, buddy? Thorzax, hey there, buddy.
Dude,
Mr. Dave.
I sent
We
Jim
need-
an email, so I don't know if he's trying to get Kyle straightened out or what's going on.
I texted Kyle to
Sorry
send me
for
an email.
confusion. Yeah, and I'll just have to duck out of here completely because I'm pretty sure I can tie Kyle in. So let me just stop this thing for a little bit so you guys don't get dizzy.
Yeah, I can't even.
Cranky, you can whack me. Oh, Tread deleted his message.
Inappropriate.
Type that into the side chat.
Okay.
You're whispering it.
Sorry.
Hey, Tread.
Stand up. Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm looking for Idaho here.
All right, we're putting Lusk's email in the side chat.
Yeah. Sorry to be.
Yeah, I got Kyle.
Oh, well, good then.
Sorry, I'm working on it here. Yeah, give me a minute.
Are you limited to
Oh,
6?
Oh, Cranky's watching the game. Cranky's watching college football. Can you believe it?
Crazy. They're an energetic bunch on the TV tonight. The Arkansas game was better because there was more defensive touchdowns in the Arkansas game than the regular
We scored
touchdowns.
2 of them, 2 pick sixes.
That's honestly more exciting.
And one of them was from a linebacker who was playing with a broken arm.
Yeah, he's like one arm.
He intercepted with one arm.
He had his
Ran
like
it back 30 yards.
full body
There,
cast
I think
almost on his side, and he's like catches it, and then he grabs it with the other arm and then runs with it. He's like a weird kind of thing going on there.
Hey, Fuzzy. What are you doing up so late?
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Cranky finally hit something.
He probably woke up from his long nap.
Yeah, the Lincoln parked in front of it.
All right. Bear with me here, guys. I'm trying.
Did Uncle Jim go to sleep? He's not even in the side chat that I see.
No.
Yeah, well,
he might still be working with Kyle, trying to get Kyle's going.
There's West Covina.
Hey,
Hey, Pat.
Girls.
This is my Katie.
Pat.
Gary, Mike, Twisted Twine.
Here he is.
Ozark.
Yeah.
Here he is.
What's up, Pat? Oh, did I manage to score again?
I'm not sure. Oh, Alabama 40, Georgia 24.
Alabama scored again.
9 minutes and 32 seconds in the fourth quarter. FYI.
Be some,
Yeah, I
Last
think
game of the season.
they'll be crying a river in the Peach State.
I sent Kyle and Idaho and Jim another email.
Check your email right ahead.
Well, that sounds good for us, Zach. Lots of gas in that soup right there, Dave. Cabbage, kielbasa.
That sounds good.
My wife made
Mhm.
ham fried rice, General Tso's chicken,
That's a good one.
and lo mein. That's what we had for dinner tonight.
I detect a theme.
Well, when you're married to an Asian person, you know.
Oh, there you go.
That's convenient. That's
Hey,
convenient.
I either eat Mexican food because she knows I love it, or else I eat Asian food.
Because you have no choice.
Unless we cook a brisket.
That's not a bad
Oh,
combination.
Deer meat for dinner.
Yes.
Did a deep fried brisket like a turkey. Oh,
I
that
I
was
love-
great.
I love Mexican food.
Yeah, I do too.
We had chili for lunch today, and it was delicious because everything that Ozark cooks is delicious.
Yeah, I know that.
Honestly, there's not been a bad meal that I've had with the man.
I want to put Marvin up against my wife and just see how that pans out.
No, I don't claim to be good at Asian food. There's a few things
No,
I can do.
she can cook anything. She used to be a chef on a cruise ship.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that really would be a little
Nice.
bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she can cook everything.
Loves him a Georgia peach accent, but the football team, not so much.
Yeah. 41 to 24. That's not looking very good right now for Georgia.
Eek.
But it is
Yikes.
what it is.
That was a close game like 15 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well, 15 minutes ago, Alabama was behind, and now it's all of a sudden, 41 to 24.
Dang, he almost hit the camera.
So Bama brought out the
Okay,
first
that's
break
right.
and told the cheerleaders to sit back for a while.
Yeah, that's going well. Since it's fall, it's time for soup. So I'm ready for the butternut squash soup because let me tell you what, that is delicious.
Nice.
All right, Idaho, let me check here.
You'll have to try that. I've not had that. Yeah. Of course, I did make biscuits and gravy this morning for breakfast, and I think they
It
were.
was delish.
I think they were okay. I'm no Ozark when it comes to cooking, but I can hold my own, kind of, for the most part. For regular cooking,
Pat,
not fancy cooking like he does. He just throws everything in it.
Pat, you need to check the side chat here for eat bacon.
Dave said the gas thing makes him feel alive.
I can't post that.
My boys asked for red beans and rice tonight.
Ooh, I don't know that I'm into that.
Smothered with cheese.
Everything is smothered with cheese here. Well, not completely, but cheese, bacon, it's all good.
Mm. Mhm.
It comes from a pig or a cow. It's got to be good. Well, I get into this football game also.
Well, we had good football to watch today. It's been interesting.
Come on, Georgia, get your shit.
I'm not watching NFL, so I might as well watch a little bit more of the college because NFL is just hard to watch.
A bunch of whining crybabies.
pretty much. Of course, they're not as bad as basketball. I just can't do that. Let's see. Baseball World Series is going on.
Not
The
yet.
narcissistic football
Or-
league.
Race.
Postseason, I'm sorry. Yes. God, I hope they pull that off.
Oh, interception. Interception. Nope, 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 not interception.
The Rays are almost about to hopefully beat the Astros in the series, or in the pennant race. Yes.
He almost hit the umpire right in the face.
Braves and Dodgers are tied up in their series 3-3. I'm hoping for a Rays Braves World Series because that just, yeah,
Go Dodgers!
no,
We got a team this year, Cranky.
Braves. Because, the Braves, God, they've just had a rough go of it. The Dodgers, they just choked at the wrong times, usually because of the Cardinals, but obviously not this year.
Cranky around here, you got to either root
I haven't watched it.
for the Cowboys.
I've not watched anything really hardly much at all this season, but normally I'm a huge baseball fan. But this season, or this year in general, it's just been awkwardly hard. I don't have I don't have regular TV programming because I didn't want to pay for it, and then the baseball season peter out 2 weeks into. I didn't
Yeah.
actually pay for it.
Well, this whole pandemic here just really killed my whole enthusiasm for sports. So,
It killed a lot of people's a lot of things about a lot of stuff.
yeah.
So there you go. We'll see how it all shakes out.
38.
Oh, it'll all be done with November 4th.
Ooh.
Yeah, come November
Thor
4th,
is
it'll be
asking
over.
about the butternut squash. Thor, I didn't actually cook the butternut squash. I got to give Ozark credit for that completely. But yes, we did puree it.
If watching the football team. You talking about the Chicken Hawks or the Redskins? Oh, there's Jim in the side chat.
All
Are
right.
they still the Redskins? Did they change
Well,
it?
whatever they're called nowadays.
I thought they were just like the
The
Washington team or
rainbow
something.
skins.
No,
Did
I
you
thought
get-
they were like Washington's team or something.
Did you get a link, Jim?
The Washington Deerkins.
Jim, if you got a link, come in. I'll get out.
Oh,
Well,
we got space.
We
we
got,
got
one
more.
we still got room.
Ozark is a butternut.
There's always room for one more.
There's nothing wrong with butternut.
Especially butternut squash. Soup.
Oh, the Georgia running back just got
He got clocked.
waxed. But
One of these days, my goal is to actually get in full foot. Obviously, I've never played football. I want to get in full football gear, helmet to cleats, and I want to get waylaid by
Hit somebody.
whoever's-
we can arrange
Yeah,
that.
I really
You're just
do.
gonna
We
run
can
around
arrange
and
that.
tackling people.
Yeah, because girls never have that opportunity, but I tell you, I'd kind of like just to experience. And then I also like to stand in the batter's box at any stadium and let somebody pitch to me that could pitch in the 80s and 90s, just to see what it's like. Obviously, I've never had. I didn't play sports
That
at all.
curveball.
I've done
No,
that.
I don't want that. I want the fastball because I don't want them coming at my head. I don't want to overreact. But I
No.
never played any kind of sports ball.
You got to get the whole menu. You got to get the sliders. You got to get the curves. Everything.
I probably overreact and accidentally fall into it with my luck.
You get a curve that's breaking away from you, and you think it's going to hit you. And
Let's
tell
face
you
my
what,
head.
Yeah.
that thing goes right across the sweet spot. And you go, holy cow! I could have swung on that.
Yeah. I think it'd be an interesting experience.
I
Just-
love baseball.
Hey, Uncle Jim, I sent you an email. I'm not sure what went on there
He said he's-
with Kyle.
Jim said he's fine because I told him come in.
There's a Washington football team.
Could be the Arkansas team. Contact your congressman.
I did see the
There's
stadium.
Meg jumping in and out.
I went to the stadium.
Oh, he missed. Georgia misses the field goal.
Bye, Mig. Bye, Mig.
Full
Mega.
base loaded.
Oh, well, they're pulling all
Astros.
their shirts off in Alabama. Just the men right now.
Is the game over? Why would you
No.
pull your shirt off?
They're because they're redneck,
Oh.
as in the trailer trash town.
Bases are loaded for the Astros in the game against the Tampa Bay Rays, in case anyone's curious. I'm not a big fan of the Astros for obvious reasons.
Hit him in the head. Hit him in the head.
Yeah, I'll be crashing soon too, Jim. My wife's got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning.
You
I was
think
already up at 4 this morning.
you got like
Twitchy.
you got like wig in your eyelash.
I wish I had nice. Let me see if I'm actually going to spend the money to get the eyelash.
What did,
Oh, I
All
totally
right, I
would.
guess
I would totally stand in the
Ozark
back.
said Kyle
Sorry.
couldn't get his StreamYard up or something.
Kyle couldn't.
And
I couldn't get it up, so we're good.
there.
I recognize that sound, Pat. Now you gotta get Tin Man to send you one of those tool holders to go on that. He sent me one.
Nothing like a good tool holder.
No, it goes on the back of the Lyman centers.
All right, Tim,
That's what
this
they're-
is for you.
Oh my God.
I recognize that sound.
Brad,
oh,
Like I can name that tune in one note.
that would be a Lee brass trimmer.
No, Lyman Brass Strip Center.
Well, with a
Oh.
Lee trimmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see it well enough. See what's on it.
It's funny. I could name that song in 2 notes.
yeah, I tried to put Idaho in there, and maybe I didn't get his whole address or something when I pasted it.
I've got it in the private chat. I copied it and put it up there.
Yeah, and that's where I grabbed it from. But man, this phone is a challenge to do a StreamYard thing with. Yeah, I sent it. I'm not sure if I missed a letter or something.
Alabama's just studding right down the field.
Well, I copied it from what he put in there and pasted it just in
It's
case.
sinking.
Yeah, I just went out and checked it. Let me check again. hmm
Tara, Katie, your mom, April, and Anna opened the.
Oh, the hair thing. I meant to repeat all the time. It was just so weird.
No,
Is it a turtle?
okay. No, it is not.
That's what we got. I don't know.
I've had too many cocktails. And, we'll fall asleep.
I don't know what you're talking about. What time is it even going to be? Oh, it's only 10:30. Come on. You know that's 2 hours after my bedtime. Ooh, 35 points against Sheffield.
Sounds like a baby rattle.
That does.
Yeah, that's what we got, Idaho.
It's your jingle, Idaho. Ooh, I do love thin crust pizza.
hmm
New York style.
With pineapple on it.
I do like pineapple on my pizza. I do like Hawaiian pizza. I know y'all, some of them, I don't know who, but It's like a big joke in here.
Loaded.
I think Frankie had pineapple on his thing.
Whatever you've got available.
Whitewood or pine? You call them poplar whitewood? Generally, that's what we make it out of is poplar, but whatever's available works.
If it's in a hall closet, it
Yeah,
really doesn't
Trent, you
matter.
can buy a bullnose shelf board at most of your millwork supplies.
Yes, Frankie, I do like sausage pizza also. We did our first what was it, pizza on my grill?
On the grill.
On the grill?
Hmm.
Outside. It was delicious. Just got the little Walmart crust, put all the goodies in it,
Up in
Fire that
Lexington,
sucker up.
Alabama.
and it was delicious. I'll be making more of that.
When I was down in Texas, we made
The Reloaders
pizza
Network.
from scratch. And we did
We
it
got
on the
the
grill.
crust.
That's the only way I can make pizza from scratch.
What kind of crust do you use if it's from scratch? Like how from scratch are you referring?
No, I make the.
Just-
I make the. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I didn't say I make it from the crust up. I mean, from the dough. I make the dough and everything.
Make the yeast crust. And
But
Yep.
like from yeast or like from a packet or how from
No.
scratch?
No, just put ingredients in there. Put a little bit of yeast. Put a little bit of flour. and-
Okay, from real scratch. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. There he is.
I
There's the
think we got Idaho here.
There's my bud.
Hey, do we got this thing working?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yep.
Gmail. It was another address. So
I see. Well, we made it here anyway.
No camera.
No, Jerry, trust me, I'm parked alongside the road up here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. You don't want to see the camera.
I was gonna tell you earlier today that if you were coming through Salt Lake, let me know. I got this whole box I got to give to you.
No, I left out of Blackfoot about 10 o'clock this morning and ran down 30 to right there by Little America and then zipped across Wyoming.
K20.
Yeah, I got the last of those bullets powder coated as soon as I got home, so they're sitting there waiting. But I got to thin them out a little bit because I'm afraid I'll get a hernia if I lift that box.
Yeah, give me a couple weeks. I'll be home and I'll take some more time off and may actually get a chance to load them and shoot them.
K24.
Yeah, I want to know which ones shoot best for you too,
you find them and I'll share it to you.
because I can always make more.
Well, being me, they probably all equally shoot crappy, being as good as I shoot.
Yeah, probably not.
Like random.
yeah, there's Idaho. No camera. He says he doesn't want to. We don't want to see his scenery. Hey Jim, I didn't mean to screw anything up there. I don't know what happened with Kyle. So my apologies if something went wrong here.
He couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on the note. I went out, tried to set StreamYard up and went back and everybody was gone.
Yeah.
Pat,
Yeah, West Covina.
No, 7.
Tin Man said check your email, Pat.
Yep.
Since you're muted.
Yeah, Jim, I don't know what happens here. These guys come in.
Alabama wins 41-24.
Already? It's a game
Mhm.
over? Wow.
It was over last quarter.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
They've been
All right,
bitching.
guys, I'll be right back. I gotta check my email.
There'll be a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth in the peach steak tonight.
They're like, we pay our players so much damn money and they still can't beat Alabama.
What the heck is Ed?
Alabama pays better.
Well,
The
you
heck
know,
is Ed's red?
Yeah, LSU's definitely not getting their money's worth this year.
everybody plays by the rules. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like Democrats.
So Idaho, what are you doing? You done picking potatoes and trucking potatoes and all that sort of thing?
He's back on the road. He flew over to
Okay.
Wisconsin. He flew over to Wisconsin last week and got a truck, brought it back, and got it all ready to go.
Oh, okay. So he's regularly over the road.
Earning a living.
Yeah,
He ain't earning.
he called me yesterday. And we talked for a while.
No, Jerry, I didn't realize you were Sherwin.
Oh yeah, yeah, about 3 years.
Yeah, you see a lot of those rigs on the road. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, just
I think there's a lot of divisions there within that aren't really identified.
Who is that?
no. If you see the blue Volvos and the blue trailers, that's same outfit I work for. Contract Transportation, which is a division of Sherwin, but we've got regions.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we run regions. I'm in the Pacific region. It's basically the 11 western states, and it's one of the widest regions we have. So we run our tails ragged. This was my 7th day today.
So what is that? It's mostly distribution centers or something?
Yeah, we have our distribution center over in Reno. And so my commute to work, well, it'll be Monday this week. Tomorrow's my day off. So Monday, my commute to work is 505 miles back to Reno. Doesn't hurt me. I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah, right.
Hell, I
Yeah,
get
I
paid
get
for
it.
just about everything with them guys.
Are you paid by the mile or paid by the time?
All of it. I
Okay.
get paid by the mile. I get paid by any detention time. I get paid
Right.
for the weight that I deliver. I get paid if I have to chain up. I get paid if I have to make an external pickup or delivery. There's like 30 pay codes.
Hey,
So,
that works.
Nice.
yeah, I make a decent living.
The more it sounds like the more the headache, the more the pay, which honestly everybody should get paid that way.
Yeah, they're pretty fair with their pay. I mean, I'm not rich by any means, but I'm very satisfied with this job. I gave up owning my own truck to come to work for you guys.
That a number of years ago that became almost impossible. You hardly ever see owner operators out there anymore.
I was there.
I mean, there was a time when it was really popular, but I'm just saying.
It's
Every-
not easy.
Well, if you got multiple trucks,
my grandfather ran a trucking business. Owner operator, basically. I think at one point he might have had a dozen trucks.
that's hard.
Wow.
And that was in the 70s, 80s. And then he let the boy run it, and the boy downsized to like 6 trucks or something. And he was able to retire off of it. I don't know, somehow he wasn't old enough to retire, let me put it that way.
Yeah. Having your own truck's got ups and downs with it. I mean, I made a lot of money, but I also put a lot of money into my truck. And it was a brand new truck when I got it. So
Sure.
Well, and I think just more regulations, more rules, more restrictions over the years with anything, particularly trucking. It just makes it harder. And then the constant fluctuation in the price of fuel and everything else. And depending on whether you're actually leased to an individual company or whether you're trying to run your own authority, I mean, it's just tricky on your own.
And
I
don't
was-
forget the IRS.
Oh yeah, they don't forget about you. Yeah, I had to set a big chunk every settlement. I had to set a big chunk aside just for the uncle. Uncle needed his vig.
Yep.
So,
I guess
that's
I
a
can
good
be
thing.
considered a company now. I have 2 trucks, right, Jerry?
yeah, but one of them ain't running.
No, it
Nice
ain't.
try, buddy.
You're a
Hey,
small landowner.
You can write the other one off as a loss each quarter
Oh, I fully plan on it.
because the park it there costs you money.
Yeah, well, my rent quite pretty high on that little section of land I'm parking it on.
Well, it's Pamela Parking Incorporated, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to make that work in my favor.
Well, it's like I used to pay my wife for my initial bookkeeping. Basically, we paying myself, but I could write it off. So
Mhm.
there's little tricks to do all this stuff, and thank God I've got a degree in business, so I can figure that out. See, I didn't have to drive truck; I just enjoy doing it. I could go.
Well, Jerry, it's funny because I knew a guy years ago. He was literally a brain surgeon,
Yep.
and he got out of it and drove truck.
I was talking to one of my buddies here about a month ago. Found out that he used to be a doctor. He just got out of it and just enjoyed driving truck better.
Yeah, he didn't want all the hassle and the insurance and all that stuff, and just I go by his house and I see him out, and I go, "Oh, there's the brain surgeon." It's kind of
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't really personally know him that well. I just know of him.
Yeah.
But
Guys,
yeah, I go by.
so I'm gonna leave it to y'all and Twine.
Pansying out on us, it sounds
I
like.
am pansy now.
I probably should call it a night too.
All right, guys.
I'm trying to hang in there.
One of you.
Good chatting tonight.
We'll see
I'm
you
trying to
down
read
the
the trying to
All
read
right,
the
good
signs.
See y'all.
Pretty slow. All right,
Good night.
Michael. Mm-hmm.
Good night. What am I doing?
road. Gotcha.
I just logged
I'll
out.
stick around for a little while. I'll try. I'm trying to hang in there. I'm yawning over here though.
Dead Horse in here a little while ago. You still here, Dead Horse? I tried to fly down to his house last Saturday, but I got within 3 houses of his house, and my drone ran out of signal. He's only 1,528 feet away.
Ah,
But flying through a neighborhood, it's really tough on signal.
yeah.
No, Jerry. I told you I used to fly a plane, right, years ago.
Oh wow.
No, I don't mean a real plane.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean-
used to-
I mean that one.
Oh,
Yeah, we-
nice.
we talked about radio control.
Yeah.
There's a park not too far from me where they have an RC like a little landing strip. Well, they got a spot for cars and trucks, and then they got another spot for aerial vehicles.
Right.
There's
This
a
was
little-
years ago. I haven't flown it. Well, Jerry, you can help me with this because the radio was, I want to say it was 74 meg.
Man, I can't remember.
72.
I've got a couple down in the basement. In fact, I just barely upgraded to the computerized ones, the JR Pros and proportionals, and then that girl, she threw all my stuff in the dumpster.
Well, the
buddy.
the radios pretty much belong there anymore, the way I get it.
Yeah, I everything I've got left that's not worth anything, because you can't use it
Yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah, I think when back in the early '80s, it was what do I want to say, 56 meg or something.
yeah, it could
It
have
was
been.
yeah, it was, and then it pushed to like 72 megahertz or something. And then what I've got's outdated, so the servos and everything in this plane are junk.
Yeah.
It's like anything electronic, you know.
But see,
But
I was a full pilot, private pilot. I'm a single engine VFR rating, and that was getting pretty expensive to rent a plane and fly it around, burn holes in the sky. So I made a deal with my wife at the time. Told her, well, I'll stop flying full size airplanes if I can get radio control. So I
yeah,
did.
I'm not flying a full size one. The model ones are tough enough, in my opinion.
I rekitted many of them.
This was an old trainer, 56-inch
Yep.
wingspan,
Yep.
so it wasn't bad to fly, but I never actually learned to take it off and land it. It
Really?
it was a family plane.
Everybody got their hands on it, huh?
Right, right. And it had seen a cornfield. Uh, you know, it's balsa wood with monocoque, the old school.
I still have a bunch of monocoques on rolls down there. I guess
Actually works pretty good. You
But
know,
I was featured in RCM magazine on one issue back in 94, 95, 94. I took two kits and made them into one, and all the modifications and everything. And a lot of the guys at the air park thought that was pretty cool, and I was taking pictures of it. Somebody sent a copy of the picture to RCN magazine. And next thing I know, I had people coming out to interview me.
yeah, I'm familiar with the publication back in the day. I
Yeah.
haven't been in tune. There was a local shop here, probably 25 years ago, and that was when 4-cycle engines were coming out.
The 120s and
I mean,
stuff.
yeah, I got an old, geez, what is it? It's an OS 40 Max or something.
Yep, I had a couple of OS 40s.
Then I got a 61 Craft here that was never mounted on a plane,
Really?
and a Chaos fuselage.
Oh yeah, the Chaos
You
60.
might, yep.
They had a Chaos 40 and a Chaos 60.
Yeah, it was a 60 low wing deal.
Yeah, that was a wild
And
plane. That thing is fast.
yeah, it was. There was a guy at our local club. I haven't flown since I was a kid, basically. Probably in my teens.
Oh, Idaho says that his girlfriend called and knocked him off. I was wondering where he went. It's called airplane mode, Idaho. But anyway, flying these drones is just a piece of cake, man. I mean, everything's all automated and all. There's algorithms built into the computers and the brains of them, and and you're talking a brain just about that big, and it'll do things that you couldn't believe.
I see some of these guys do like farm channels with drones, and I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's milking cows, he's filling feed bins, and he's doing all this, and he's flying a drone.
Oh yeah, they'll hover on their own.
Yeah, they have like autopilot and stuff.
Yeah,
apparently it's a little easier than I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say it's tough, but I see some real boneheaded people do boneheaded things with their drones, and I can't believe that they go and crash a drone. I mean, get the right drone. They've got some, but you put virtual reality goggles on and fly them with those virtual reality goggles. Those things moving along about 70, 80 miles an hour. And they're just little tiny things, little speed racers. No, that's not
Well,
what I want.
That's kind of what I thought, is that the smaller it gets, the more, how do I want to say, volatile it is to
Yeah.
fly.
Hang on a sec here. I'll be right back.
It seems yeah, I'm right along with you there. Like they seem like the smaller they are, they're like real twitchy and very
Because model aircraft
finesse.
from my day, the shorter the wingspan, the more harder they are to fly.
Yeah.
Here's my little guy. The camera's looking at you. But I mean, look how tiny. And I got the landing. I just got the landing gear for this. So, hang on a second. Gotta take this off. Landing gear is an option. Dang it. Somebody folded it up. Okay. Anyway, this little tiny thing right here. But when you unfold the legs and stuff, it gets a little bit bigger. But this is, I mean, they call it a mini because it is. It's really just really tiny. It's mini. But it's one of the best ones on the market as far as the capabilities. So I mean, it gets a little bit bigger. So it's not very big, but it does a lot.
Yeah, that's small. I kind of thought it was a little bigger than that.
Yeah, it weighs 249 grams.
Wow.
Um,
I've not paid a lot of attention. I mean, you see them here and there, but I always kind of like, okay, so I went through that like park flyer stage, Jerry.
right.
You know what I mean? The sort of electric motor type thing. And I hadn't flown in years, and I tried it again like in the 90s.
Right.
And it's pretty tough. I mean, you don't have the pickup you do with a gas engine, in my opinion.
Oh, this thing is really responsive. You wouldn't believe
Yeah,
it.
see, batteries are better nowadays.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
get 30 minutes flight time with this.
Yeah, it's not bad. And there's what, 4 of them on there, right?
Batteries?
No, 4 props.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they call it a quadcopter. And I got the battery out right now, but it just fits right in right in his bum. So,
Yeah, that thing's a lot smaller than I imagined it would be.
well, this is that's why they call it a mini, because it's so small. But this will get into places that most of them won't. And because it's so small, I don't need a drone license to fly it. It's under 250 grams. That's the main reason I got it. If you're over 250 grams, then you need to have a drone license.
Huh.
Yeah,
Michael,
that's no good.
you're right. These were not microphones. That's an upgrade port for later when I get obstacle avoidance when DJI comes out with it. I had said in my initial video that I thought these were microphones because they look like it. I don't know if you can see it or not. They look like little eyes there, but they're mesh. And the only collision avoidance this has is down here on the bottom. When it's coming in for a landing, it'll detect the ground and it'll go into auto hover until you tell it to go and finish landing. But there's plans to get collision avoidance in the front and on the sides here. So they cut them out for ports, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, there's a channel I watch. Trying to think of that. Jeez, I'm going brain dead here. Guy was shooting steel down at West Virginia. There's a range down there that does a lot of training. And he had, I swear it was drone footage.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
And I went, how are they getting that footage? He would have to have like a boom like a whole TV setup or something. And somebody must have been flying a drone because he was running with the rifle and shooting steel and it was following him. And it was like, okay, so that's more than a one-man operation.
Well, actually, there are some that have like software that either is already installed or you install it or something. I don't really know that much about it, but I've seen, some that have like kind of like a sentry type mode where it's like kind of tied into, I guess, the controller or something. You just put it in your pocket, and as you're walking, it's just following behind you or following.
It's called the follow
So
me.
you
It's called the
set
follow
your
me.
parameters, maybe.
You
Sorry,
can set
Jerry.
waypoints, or you can have it follow you. I mean, this one here's got follow me on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll just follow the controller. So
Maybe that's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, like when I saw that, I was like, dude, that's like having your own boom cam. That's awesome.
yeah. Well, and I can
Yeah.
make this go into certain flight patterns. I can have it do like a helix flying
Mhm.
up and around me, going gradually going up,
Or like,
I can have it do a droney where it will look at me and then it'll take up and off and away.
nice.
And there's a lot of pre-programmed flight patterns that are in these things.
Yeah.
You can set up waypoints on a map and have it follow those waypoints. And I mean, you want to go from point A to point B to C to D and E and F and back to A, and it'll fly that route and it'll record
So-
everything while it's doing it.
Yeah, you could scout your hunting property or something with it.
All kinds of, yeah, it's pretty cool. That's some cool technology.
In Utah, it's illegal to hunt with the drone, but like I was telling a friend of mine, if I fly my drone up and I'm looking for the trail and there's just happens to be deer on that trail, well, I can't help that,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
It's-
you're not dropping corn or soybeans, are you?
No. But I want to use this for a target camera because eventually Dead Horse and I were planning on shooting a mile with his 50, and this can actually fly out 2.5 miles.
Wow.
It's got that kind of range. Not in a subdivision, but I mean, if you're out away from houses and stuff, you've got good line of sight, you can get 2.5 miles on them. In fact, there's a guy in Hawaii that flew one of these 3.5 miles in Hawaii and returned it. So, yeah, I mean, they're pretty incredible. They everybody says, all the professional drone pilots say these things punch above their weight. They do a lot. The drones that cost
Hey,
quite much can't do.
just say hello to Vanessa Kitty there. Yeah, we got kind of mixed up. I guess Kyle Lusk was going to pick up Jim's chat and it didn't work out or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but Tin Man's there, so I got to believe that Kyle's isn't going off. And Jerry had said it didn't go off correctly or something.
Right. I got to answer Wes Covina. He wants to know if you can use private pilot's license for a drone license. No,
Yeah, go ahead.
different licenses at different requirements. It's a lot easier to get a drone license.
Yeah, I just wondered, but there is some kind of test though, right?
Yeah, the FCC has, I think it's called Part 10 or something like that, but I don't need it because I got a 249 gram drone, so I don't need it. I don't need to get involved with that.
Right.
And you've got a limit on your altitude of 400 feet. Full scale pilots have a hard deck of 500, so they want to have that 100-foot separation between altitudes. And you try not to fly over people, and there's just a long list of things you try and do while when you're flying them. even though I don't have to have the license, I still do the study course.
You fly big planes, Jerry, back in the day, or no?
Yeah, I haven't flown it since 92. I think it was the last time I piloted a full scale plane.
I got to imagine that's can be an expensive proposition.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Well, I was lucky too. My uncle had his own plane. So anytime he was flying up Salt Lake, he would call me up, and all I had to do is make sure it's fueled up when I parked it, and I could fly it as much as I wanted. He was going to be in town for a day or two. I'd go burn holes in the sky and go do some cross country and things like that.
Yeah, I dated a girl years ago, had a charter service, and the line was thrown out, and I didn't take it. Silly me, I guess, but
Well, I had a girlfriend that I was in the National Guard, and she was a helicopter pilot, and she gave me bootleg helicopter lessons quite a bit. So flying the drone is sort of like flying a helicopter. I mean, you've got your different axis and stuff. You got pitch and yaw and
yeah. Hmm.
um,
I remember when I flew airplanes, there was a few guys that flew helicopters, RC,
right.
and boy, when that went bad, it went bad.
Yeah, I helped a friend of mine put his together several times, and always things were trying to fling off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to imagine that model helicopters, even in the 70s, were probably kind of bootleg.
In the 70s, 80s, even 90s, if somebody had said I could fly something like this without even paying attention, I'd have told them they were out of their minds. I mean,
Exactly.
you fly it on your phone because if your phone hooks onto the controller.
The top of the receiver, right? Or transmitter.
Yeah, right on your transmitter. And so you can't see. Wow, keep hooking my cable. You cannot see this thing over about 50 feet away. So
Right.
there's no way you can fly it line of sight. So you
Right.
have to use your camera, and you have to trust your camera, and you're constantly moving your camera around just so you can see what's around you. Because I mean that's how you do everything.
You need to get yourself some model paint and paint that thing. Paint it like a bright color.
They've got wraps for these.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at one. It was fluorescent orange and stuff, and maybe later. I don't even worry about. I mean, I take it off, and that's it. I'm into my phone from then on. I don't even look and see where it's at. When it comes back, I'll see myself in the camera. Okay, I know it's coming back. Hit auto land.
Yeah. Or just put a little diode down on the bottom and
It's got a navigation light here.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we flew it at night here 2 weeks ago, right after I got it.
Yeah, I
We
saw
did
that
some
video.
We did some night flying, mainly just so I could find out how to take it off, land it, and just get the feel of the sticks. We didn't do hardly anything; we stayed in the yard, But I got a video coming out on Wednesday or Thursday. Unfortunately it's about 13 minutes long, but I got 3 flights in this, and that's why I say I flew down to Dead Horse's house, through the neighborhood and everything, and made it to 2 houses away before I lost signal. And I thought I'd fly it up by the mountains where I parked my truck, and I lost signal even faster that way. So it's just different ways and stuff, But I got completely disoriented on my first flight that I actually flew out of the yard because I was watching my camera, and my wife was standing there, and she said something to me as I was making a yaw turn. And I thought I made a 90-degree turn. I made a 180, and so I'm thinking I'm flying down to Dead Horses, And I'm looking on my phone. I thought, wait a minute, that sure looked like our house that just went underneath there. Nah, I don't know I don't know what my subdivision looks like from the air. I'm
Yeah,
100
right.
and then I get to the skate park, which is the next block over. I asked my wife, I says, we've got 2 skate parks in this neighborhood? Since when? I know I'm gone all week, but and then it dawned on me that I was not where thought I was going to be. So I just hit return to home, and next thing I know, I hear a little whirring noise, and I look way up there, and there's my drone coming right down.
That's the nice thing because, yeah, a whole different perspective and landmarks that you're not used to, picking up.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, traditional RC airplanes, line of sight, and then even then you run out of radio, and sometimes they'll crash on you.
Yeah, that's why I was so blown away. These things have a 2.5 mile range.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, and I imagine nowadays the electronics, it can tell when the signal's getting weak, and it just goes into a default.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and it tells me what my signal strength is, tells me what my battery state is, everything right on my phone on the app. It'll tell me how far away, tell me what my speed is, what my vertical speed is, what my altitude is. I mean, it's pretty loaded. I've got maps on there and things.
Nice.
As I say, once I take off, I'm into my phone. I
Right.
can't be watching this. I got to be watching all the information in front of me.
So what are you guys shooting and reloading here?
I am working on some 308. No, Duck U. Okay, I got to answer Duck U. It does. This one does not have follow me, but it will follow if you know how to do it. Put it in circle. And if you highlight yourself, then it will follow you. So that's a little trick that nobody knows, but it doesn't actually have the app yet. That's coming out about Christmas time on the firmware. Oh, okay. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt K24.
No, it's fine.
I'm
So,
working on perfecting a bunch of 308 brass right now.
I loaded some 9mm with Trail Boss and a 105 grain 38
Okay.
special to shoot Steel Challenge last week. So I loaded that. Go
How'd
ahead.
they work?
Did you have enough oomph to cycle it? The trail ball?
Revolver.
Oh, it's a revolver. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got one of the revolvers that'll shoot 9mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So I did and it's all dependent on this bullet basically because I needed the room. I went with a 105 38 because I couldn't buy a 9mm cat bullet mold. There's none for sale,
No.
basically.
Yep.
So I went with this little tiny 105, and I went with a short bullet so I could get the powder in there. It's not recommended you do it. So I showed up the match and I told the range officer, I said, these are going to be quiet. He goes, quiet? I said, yeah, Trail Boss, quiet. Oh. And he went, okay. And before I shot, I even put a shot off. They talked. The range officer and the timekeeper must have talked for like a minute and a half. Well, how did you do that? How fast is it? And what size bolt is that? And it was kind of funny. Basically, I said it. I'm not going to say when I said that, but for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be doing it unless you really figure out what you're going to do. But it shot at 600 feet per second, and I upped it a little bit, and I found out Trail Boss is seems to be very temperature sensitive,
Really?
but it still shoots over 600 feet per second.
Right. Yeah, I was
And then
wondering.
the funny,
if you could get over
the
six.
great thing about it is when I go to my range, I shoot steel, so I can get the slugs back basically off the steel.
They just stop and drop, huh?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
and I can see the rifling in the base of the bullet, like on the outskirts, like on the edges, and it's the powder coat's still on there, so I feel pretty good about it. That's you know what? That's another one of the things with Trail Boss that I like just to play with, and it'll shoot like 15 yards. It'll shoot 4-inch groups with a double action revolver. You know, I mean, it's not a bullseye shooter for sure, but that's what I did last week. So
Nice.
I've been casting bullets and doing some powder coat. And this Ford Light Blue, man, it does work good. I mixed it with some of that Harbor Freight White that I got to try the first time out, which is pretty horrid, but if you mix it together, it doesn't know the difference.
Yeah. I use my Harbor Freight Red in some of my different powder coats just so I can use it up, you know. But just
Right.
Harbor Freight Red by itself, oh, what a disaster. You know, I mean,
Yeah, my store only sells the white and the black anymore.
no, I didn't think they sold anything anymore as far as
Yeah,
powder.
mine has white and black, and I've heard bad things about the black, and I'm not sure how accurate that is. They say it's basically made from limestone, comes from someplace in India. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm using some powder coat that I got like 10 pounds of powder coat at one time, all different colors and stuff. And I mix them and match them and stuff like that. You know, I don't have that color. I can make that color. Let me get this little pinch of this and pinch of that, and we'll
Well,
have
they probably had 4, 5, 6 colors at one time, I remember. The only way I found it to work by itself is if you preheat it and then it gets kind of clumpy. Yeah, I did some wad cutters in it, and it literally filled the grooves like in almost 3/4 of the way. It was bad.
Well, that's okay. It fills the grooves because you're not lubing anyway, because powder coat is a lube.
Yep.
Correct. Yes. And
I had some those RCBS 148 grain wad cutters, the number 38 148 wad cutter. I just got the mold here about a month ago. Finally got a chance to use it last weekend. And
I got somebody in here. I guess Pat, maybe he's on the bottom. Like shit. Sorry. Hey Pat, sorry, I didn't see you were down below the toolbar there.
Oh,
How long you been there?
Well, it was okay. I'd just be sitting here quiet anyway, otherwise. But I wanted to hop on and yell at Jerry real quick. To your question earlier. What are you messing with reloading? It's brass prep for 7.65 Argentine for me today, and I got about 500 or so to do, and I got about 50 left to trim. So, but what I wanted to show Jerry was, if you can enlarge it, this is that Nemo brass.
Hang on, Pat. Hang on, Pat. See if I can get you here.
It's not focusing or something. Back
We
up.
got you. It takes a little while.
Okay.
There it is.
That's PPU, ain't it?
No, it's Lapua.
Really?
So it's got the anneal mark on it. It's got the inside of the primer pocket almost looks polished. It's bitching. It's got a drilled hole, so no burrs. I've been weighing them out. They're within a grain or two. And they're on sale at Midway right now for like 28 cents each.
Lapua?
So it's better than the Starline that I've got. So I just got 1,000. I started off with 2 boxes, and then it was like, shit, this stuff's all right. Then I got another 4 boxes, and it shoots all right. Then I just got another 10 boxes because I figured I'll never see this stuff again this cheap.
Wow.
But-
Buying them out.
They've still got plenty. And when they throw free shipping on it, it's, half the price of Starline.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome price.
So the only 2 beefs I've got with it, the primer pockets are super tight. So CCIs go in tight and Federals won't fit.
Really?
Yeah, and they're a little heavy for 308 brass. It's like 762 NATO brass, basically. Not
That's
308.
basically almost everything that I've got, 762 NATO.
Yeah,
I just
so-
call it 308 because it's easier.
Yeah, so the brass is weighing out. Most of them are at 182 grains with a couple 183s is the weight of the brass. And I like them. Thought I'd pass it on while they still got them.
Yeah, I'll put a message up. I'll take a look at it and put it up. That's a hell of a price, man. I never got any kind of alert on that. Usually, whenever they have a killer deal like that, I get an alert from Midway.
Yeah, it's in there. I got after I bought 12 boxes, I think they got you lined up. I got an email that it's still on sale. But I don't know. I got 1,500 pieces of 308 brand new brass now. I think I'm good for a while.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
you're probably good for a long while. I got a killer deal on 357 Starline brass, so I just started buying up boxes and boxes of it, And I've got like 500 rounds that I've never even opened the box, and and I've got so much 357 loaded up, it'll take me the next 3 years to shoot. And they're like,
Well,
what did I do?
That's kind of what I gather is Pat does things in a big way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
this is California now. I can't just go out and buy ammo.
Yep.
Right.
So it's reload only now. And back in the day, I would have bought a case of 308, but can't do that anymore.
Yeah. So what are they limiting loaded ammunition?
You have to do a background check for loaded ammunition. And in order to do a
Oh,
background check, they've got a caveat. You need to prove your U.S. citizenship to do a background check. So you need a passport or a birth certificate on top of your driver's license to get it. And then it's $40 for the first time and could be up to 2 weeks. So if you want a mail order, it's just forget it.
But if you're an illegal, just go on down to City Hall and they'll set you up with housing and food,
Yep.
Yeah.
education, healthcare. Yeah.
the hell?
This is one of the most screwed up states you'll ever hear about. And they just screw it up more and more every day.
Well, Pat has it figured out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
Vegas,
okay.
baby.
It's just, this just kind of saved my hobby too. It's because I got to tell the little woman I got to reload now. I just can't go
Yeah.
to the store and buy ammo.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and yeah, send the granddaughter over. I need some help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need Zoe over here. I need a brass prep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have gloves. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, I've cast up so many 358 bullets now, and I've got probably 60 pounds of bullets, different profiles and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm gonna cast some more. No, I don't think I'm gonna cast anymore. And then a guy up in Oregon, he sold me. Trying to remember how much that was. I think it was 50 pounds of 9mm bullets. He just didn't want them anymore because he had other molds that he just had too many of these. He didn't want them, and so I picked them up. So I shouldn't have to cast another bullet for the rest of my life now. I think. I don't
But
know.
Well, I don't know.
casting is fun. That's the problem. That's why I've got, I don't know, 200-300 pounds of bullets sitting on the shelf. Is because it's just fun casting. You get started and you fill up a couple coffee cans.
Yep.
Well, I've been experimenting with lead. So I got some wheel weight, supposedly eBay wheel weight stuff. And I think it was BHN like 13. And then I bought some 1 to 30, and I bought some 10 pellets just to play with it. And I don't know if I'm going about this completely wrong, but so 1 to 30 and like a little 10 pellet gets me up to like, I want to say in the 11, 12 range, 10 maybe, which is probably good enough for sub 1,000 feet per second. Just curious if what you guys' thought is on that.
I've always gone off the rule of thumb, 1 BHN per 100 foot per second. And,
Okay.
And, you can go 10% either way of it. You're usually pretty good.
Right.
So if you got 10 BHN, you got 1,000 feet per second.
Yeah, and I'm shooting Trail Boss with these, so it's
Oh, yeah.
it's like
you
7.
You could go pure lead. And
Yep.
Yeah, and I bought 1 to 30. And then I played around with it to test the hardness. And I don't have the pencil thing down. How do I want to say? I want to believe that the true pencil test is the wider the swath you get when you dig it is more accurate, other than just marking it.
I never could get the pencil thing down, so I got the lead hardness tester. It's more accurate for me.
As I've gone on, I just don't worry about it anymore. I keep going softer and softer, waiting for me to get a problem, and I don't get a problem. So I'm down to pretty darn soft right now, and it still hasn't been a problem. And I shoot, what I shoot, but on the littler stuff, like on the Argentine or in the 30-06 and the Little Woman, if you keep it reasonable, 1,800 feet a second, powder coated, I haven't had a lead hardness issue yet. So I've got it pretty soft, and it still hasn't been a problem. Powder coated.
I'm sharing the same opinion at this point.
Yep.
That'll yet to be seen, but yeah, I'm going softer just to see what happens.
Yeah, that's been my problem. Back when I used to shoot USPSA, I didn't ever give a second thought to what the BHN was of the bullets I was casting. I just cast them just as fast as I could, because I'm shooting 500-600 rounds a week,
Yeah.
and you can't go and buy them, not at that rate. So I never worried about what the hardness was of the lead, and I was going through some here about a year ago. I found some of my stash and opened them up, and oh yeah, these from back in early 2000s, and I pulled one down and did a test on it, and God, it was like 14 BHN. I said, holy cow, it's amazing I was able to do anything with. You know. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to get softer and softer, like Pat said.
Yeah. I mean, basically, these trail boss rounds, geez,
Down. There you go.
There you
I
go.
can see the rifling. Let me see if I can. Oh,
Oops.
I can see the rifling on this. Let me see if I can get it here.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you're engraving rifling into it, you're right on track.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but it's not taking
Would
the
you-
powder off.
Right.
But I can see the rifling.
Yeah.
So I think I'm all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
That's why I say if you're engraving rifling into your bullet, that's great. That's what you want because that's what gives you your accuracy is the engraving of the lands and grooves. You know, where'd you go? you know the Hornady hollow base wad cutters, the 148 grain hollow base wad cutters that Hornady makes. You ever played with those?
No, I haven't.
I picked up a box of 250 for like 25 bucks. I thought, hey, that's only 10 cents a piece. It cost me that much to cast them. And I took some that as they were lubed from Hornady, and then I took some and I stripped the lube in mineral spirits, and then I powder coated them. And I was actually getting better results with the powder coated than I was with the pure lube. So I getting just a little bit tighter groups. Then I took some and I turned them around backwards and made them into hollow points. Fun.
So this is basically what I get with a and I'm not saying this is mine. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. Are you there?
Yep. We're
Yeah.
still here.
Okay, sorry, I bumped the camera there. But this is like a full velocity bullet. Not the same bullet that I shot, but I picked it up off the steel target that I shoot. And it doesn't retain any of that, the base that, like I showed with that Trail Boss load. That's what's nice is to be able to see what that base looks like. And that's how I made the observation that I was getting full engagement.
Those Hornady 148 hollow base wad cutters, they're kind of a dished nose with the wad cutter, dished and domed, and I mean they're pretty well profiled. But when I turned them around backwards and was shooting them as a hollow point, when I was collecting the mushrooms, and God, I'm talking big mushrooms, and this is 8 BHN, the lead. The base was was just exactly as it was when I stuffed it into the case. You know, had the same profiles and stuff like that, which is pretty complicated profile. And says, yeah, I mean, you know, I was running them right around 850 feet per second. And again, that's in the 1 to 100, 1 BHN to 100 feet per second. But when I ran the same bullet up to 950, I broke the pedal off of the mushroom. So I was running it just a little bit too hard, and it did push in the base of the bullet a little bit more. So, you know, that kind of reinforces my old wives' tale, or, you know, the old rule of thumb that I've always used.
Yeah, I'm just trying. It's funny because I went out to the target and I looked down. And I'm like, hey, that looks like the bullet I just shot. And it's funny because I shot one of them and I could see the base of the bullet literally stop and bounce off the steel, like and just hover for like a second.
Yeah, if you're getting about 600 feet per second, you can just about see it.
I was going to ask you earlier if you were seeing the lead go bink and then drop, bink, drop.
Yep, absolutely. And that's what happened is when I started shooting Trail Boss out of that, I could see it. And the guy who's the range maintenance guy, he comes by, and I'm out in the middle of the range, and he comes out and he's walking out, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I just come out here to check my target." I said, "I found these slugs off of what I'm shooting." He goes, "Well," he goes, "what are you shooting?" I said, "Trail Boss." And I don't think he knew what it was. And I said, "Well, it's 600 feet per second." And I said, "This is what's left." And he kind of got a ha-ha out of it. And he says, "I see you got a chrono." He goes, "I got what was it, a 357 lever." He wanted to test the velocity on his load. And he goes, "You mind if I use that chrono there to test these loads?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." Well, up rolls somebody on the pistol range to shoot, and he goes, "Yeah, never mind." He goes, "Basically, they don't want you to shoot a rifle at the pistol range." And he's the range maintenance guy and the rule maker, you know. I said, "Well, we can go out back." I said, "Oh, no." He goes, "I ain't going to mess with it." And I said, "No." I said, "I don't care." So we went out back to the small bore range where they shoot silhouette, rifle silhouette, lever action. Went out there and used the range and tested the loads, and they were within 50 or 100 feet per second of what the load data he had was. So Friday I was there. He rolls up. He gets out of his car and he goes, hands me this box, and he goes, "Here." He goes. I says, "Oh, what's this?" He goes, "Thanks for helping me out." He goes, "He give me 100 rounds of small pistol primers." I said, "I can use those."
Nice.
"Yeah, okay, it's $3.50, whatever, but I could use the primers." You know?
That's fucking hilarious. Excuse my French. It's like now we're going to be tipping each other with primers.
I
No,
appreciate your help. Here, take a box of primers.
Yeah, here's a box of primers. Nice.
I was like, yeah, dude, anytime. I could use an extra 100, man.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey,
Hey.
I gotta get shut down here. My wife's got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I've been up since 4. And
All
she's
right,
got to
Jerry.
get and everything. So, hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Good seeing you
Mario.
All right, we'll catch you. Everybody in side chat. Have a good weekend, guys.
You too, man.
All right, thanks again.
Oh, I gotta mute this thing.
I don't know if I can, I might be able to switch this. No. I can't switch it on a phone.
There it is.
Oh, there, I got it. Sorry. Hey, Mario. Crack kills, bro. What are you heckling me now?
Whoa, and I don't have the side chat here. That guy at the range.
Yeah, Thorax.
Yeah, you don't tell a guy with a loaded gun you can't have your brass.
Yeah. Mhm.
And this is for Thorzax. So there you go, Thorzax. That's the primer stash.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm down to 15 or 20,000, I guess. But I think I'll be able to make it through. And you know, guys who are in need, I took care of Mario with my last pack of small pistols. I don't shoot anything in small pistol. And Kenny's getting some small rifle. needs a small rifle, and
Oh boy, small rifle's getting tight too.
yeah, I'm to the point where I'm not giving any more away. I'm down to about 5,000-6,000 small rifle, and I think that's about all I could shoot if I put my mind to it in a year. So I think I'm good. No, Dave, I'm good. Unless I buy a 9mm, in which case I'm screwed. But I think I'm going to go 45 for just that reason. You know, it'll be 45 ACP or 10mm if I get it on my next pistol. And you're more than welcome, Mario. They were just taking up shelf space and dust, and I'm glad they went to a good cause. And if that fucker at the range gives you a hard time, you and me will go back there and fuck him up. How about that?
Yeah, kneecaps.
Yeah. Tell him Joe Biden sent you.
Yeah. That's bad. Hey, Thorzax. Yeah, I could see the bullet flying through the air after it hit the target.
Be right back.
It was bouncing off the steel. Yeah, there's no reason to look for the bullet when I'm shooting it. But after I hit the target, it bounces back and goes about anywhere from 5 to 7 feet to the right and left of the target, usually. Does that mean I'm not hitting the center?
I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, small rifle, pistol, it's tough to get right now, that's for sure.
Yep. I was lucky enough to get a pack of what is it? 1,000 or yeah, I think it's 1,000. Federal small pistol. That was about 3 or 4 months ago. and after that, like that was it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anything anymore. And had I known then, I'd have bought a couple of more.
Yeah, I'm surprised. If it was recently, I'm surprised they weren't limited.
No,
There's
that
a
was
lot
like,
of limit.
oh yeah, everything's being limited right now. Yeah, that was about 3-4 months ago, and that was like right before things were getting real tight. Like that, I could already see things were starting to get tight, which is why I ended up with the Federal, because normally I just buy Winchester.
Yeah, I like the Federal because I'm shooting a revolver. Revolver likes the softer Federal primers.
Yeah, I told myself, I said, man, I better pick up some small pistol because I got the 9mm. Even though I'm still not even really reloading for it yet because I don't have dies for it. Although I do have a Lee loader, so I could still load up 9mm.
Oh, the little C press?
No, the hand loaders, the classic loaders.
Okay. Right.
The one you use a hammer with, or the one that has the little grippy thing on it?
No, the one that you use the hammer.
He's talking about the field loader.
Yeah, the Lee classic loader kit. That actually was part of that find that my friend got for me. Storage unit that he was helping a friend clean out. He got a tote and a big one of those old school Winchester wooden boxes, just full of reloading stuff, and there's an old Lyman T press in there, and just like all kinds of stuff, a bunch of ammo, and I got like 30 some clips of for an M1 Garand, and you know, a whole bunch of 30-06, and there was a few dies in there too. There was the 40 Smith and Wesson 10mm dies. There was a 7mm 7, I think it was a 708 or a 7 mag. I don't remember. What else was in there? Some neck sizing dies and just all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. Hey Mario. Good night there, brother.
Night, Mario.
Happy
Good seeing you, brother.
Happy
Good night, Mario.
fishing. Happy fishing. Get all the brass you'd like. Thorzax, I'm thinking that you might be a bullseye shooter. I shoot Steel Challenge, and so you move side to side. There's really no concentration once you're actually doing the game. You're pulling the trigger before you even do the target. This just happened to be a range day where I was velocity testing some loads, so I could see the bullet bounce out back off the target. Wouldn't be my normal scenario by any means. Basically, if you shoot 5 pieces of steel in 5-6 seconds, you're not waiting to see whether that lead bounces back. But I get what you're saying about sight picture and how you're looking at the target, and I'm shooting an optic also. That I think that makes a difference. I get what you're saying about an iron sight. There's no way you should be really looking at the target. I get that point completely. But yeah, Pat, how many 308s you got to do there? Is that what you're loading now?
No, it's 765 Argentine, which
that's right.
I don't know why, because here's 308 and here's 765 Argentine. Here, hold on.
Hang on.
They are 765 Argentines this. Wait up. Yeah, 765 Argentine here, 308 here. So they're pretty close.
Boy, oh boy, the shoulder's different though, huh?
Yeah. And boy, let's see here. That was there. So yeah, the this is what is it? 1898 or 1889 Mauser cartridge, rimless, about the same size as a 308. It shoots a 311 bullet though. It's kind of hard to come by. So the 312s for the 303 are too big and 308's too small. So it's but it's
Yeah,
all right.
That sounds like that blackout thing I hear people talk about. Different diameter for blackout or something?
It's I don't know. It's fine. It's not a pain in the ass to reload for because it's a Mauser action and you really can't fuck up. If you're shooting the recommended powders, they're all, almost all, you start compressing the load before you get anywhere near max. So you can't hurt yourself or double charge or screw up. It's,
Right.
Load it, fill it up till it crunches and call it a day.
Is that why you're using Trail Boss?
Yeah, so it's a good caliber. It's a neat gun is the main thing. So the little woman picked this one up, and it's a 1909 Peruvian Mauser that's just gorgeous and slicker than snot. I mean, best feeling Mauser action. It was between wars. They took their time. Money was no object. Just beautifully done. It's a nice rifle, and so she shoots
what did
a
they
lot.
use? What did they use for powder back in the day, Pat?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming you're using Trail Boss now.
No, I'm using 4064 Varget, 4895.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it likes 4064. What was it? 42.8 grains of 4064 with a 174 grain bullet. So it's like loading 308, and there's just no case capacity to push it any further. You can't get into the danger zone because there's just not enough case capacity.
It's not long enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking at. I have a reference chart. I'm not much of a rifle guy.
Oh, okay. So it's
I'm
either
trying to get a visual.
It'll be 765 Argentine or 765 Belgian Mauser.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on here, but yeah, I probably don't have all of them. 7.6254R. That's the NATO round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it skips to a 30-40 Craig.
Yeah, keep going. It'll probably be just before the 303 British.
Yeah, the Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What'd you say?
7.65 Argentine, or 765 by 53, or 765 Belgian Mauser.
I don't have it on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this probably isn't complete.
No, I shoot all sorts of weird ass stuff because I reload, right?
Yeah, right. And that's why you reload.
Yeah, same with Michael there. I mean, I bet Winchester centerfire crap's probably not on there either, and the 5095, and
yeah. Oddly enough, they have a 577 Nitro Express on here.
Well, don't laugh. I've got bullets for it sitting right up on the shelf.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
hey, I don't know, man. I'm looking at that and I'm going, I've never heard of that before. That's funny. This is a Barnes thing, so it's probably not comprehensive.
Oh shit.
Hey Pat, do you have that book, Cartridges of the World?
No.
You should definitely pick it up. You can get it through Barnes and Noble. That's how I got my copy.
I should, but that's not the 577. That's 468.
Oh wow.
468 Nitro in Barnes. These are, if I ever was stupid enough to try to shoot jacketed out of the Martini Henry, it's a 480 grain 468.
Just pack it full of Trail Boss.
Oh, I've done Trail Boss. Trail Boss is almost silly. It's like 20, off the top of my head, 24 grains at Trail Boss to fill up the Martini case, and just to get it up to the neck. And when you shoot it, it sounds funny. It's like a poof. So no, I've done Trail Boss. I got the $7 a piece brass from Bertram for it to shoot smokeless if I felt like it. And I went and loaded up a bunch of smokeless, and it sucked. It was no fun at all. There's no blast, no noise. It just was pointless. And so I do black powder in them now because I don't have to put a filler in with a black powder. Willie, you want a link? Your wife done chewing your ass? Get your ass on here. So yeah, I need to buy a gun. I haven't bought a gun now in almost 6 months. I'm getting the shakes. So yeah, I've been taking all the spare money, going crazy on ammo and reloading components.
Well, I was until I couldn't get any more.
Yep, but that's all right. I think I'm going to be busy for a year just stocking up, and I got 5 ammo cans outside the door here and then another, I don't know, 7 over there to just fill up and stack up. And that's the game plan right now.
That's what I need to do is get me some ammo cans or something. I've been buying like the ammo boxes, the MTM boxes, which are fine and they stack well too.
Yeah,
But I'm just running out of room to store them. And I mean, I haven't really been reloading anything recently just because I don't know. I have stuff already loaded up and I haven't even really been able to get out and shoot anything.
well, same here. It's been a while since I've been out to the range. Well, I was out 2 weeks ago. I blasted off 100 rounds of Martini Henry 2 weeks ago. So
Nice.
that's all washed up and ready to go. But the big thing is was going to have a bunch of people over to Vegas, and the date keeps changing. So I just went ape shit reloading ammo to make sure that I'd have enough. And by enough is, I figured 2,000 rounds of 223, maybe 1,000 rounds of 308 to plink with, 500 rounds of Martini Henry to keep people busy. So I've just been crazy reloading. It's doing no good as components on the shelf. Might as well get it in the cans.
Yep. And well, actually, I bought some 44 mag and 44 special casings, and I just need to cast some more 44 bullets because I got several molds that I still haven't even really used yet. So yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing. And then, well, a lot of one of the big reasons why I haven't really been reloading recently is because my gout was so bad that, dude, oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I couldn't sit, I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up. Like, it didn't matter, what I was doing. It was like I was just in constant freaking pain. My knee was the size of a cantaloupe. It was about that big. And that was for like almost a month. It was like that. And just the past,
Hey, Willie.
just the
Willie,
past
I
couple of
sent you a
days.
link.
Well,
Sorry, Michael.
Oh, that's all right.
gout sucks, but the great thing about gout is you can get rid of it. You just can't eat anything good anymore.
Yeah. You can't eat anything good or you can't drink anything good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I've been eating and drinking lately, I've just been drinking water like crazy, and cranberry juice and cherry juice, and like all I've been eating lately is just like boneless, skinless chicken, tuna, beans, rice, vegetables, fruit, well, certain fruits, and that's like it.
Yeah, well, I hope you decide that rather than letting it take over, that you get rid of that shit, and that's all right. But now, sorry to hear about the gout, but it's okay. It can't hurt as bad as the shingles. That's what I'll tell you. You can look forward to that. Get your vaccine. This is the best I can tell you.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
get the
I don't
shingles.
know. I did have chicken pox when I was a kid.
Yep. Get the vaccine.
Yeah, I don't know if I have or not. I don't think I have, but I don't know. The thing is I'm a little skeptical because here's the thing. My dad's cousin, he didn't have it, and then he went and he got the shingles vaccine, and then he got shingles. And now he has it, and now he's freaking dealing with that crap.
Yeah. Well. Uh-oh. Be right back, guys. The Rugrat just showed up.
Oh, is it time to reload?
I'd have to set something up for her. But I'm sure she can do.
MCK, how you doing there, brother?
Mark.
It's late. Willie, I sent you a link. I don't know if you're still with us. You popped up there a little while ago.
Where are we? You're getting the sheet out. Oh. But hey, give me the card. It is late. He probably didn't have his insulin yet. Oh.
But before things went all crazy, I was able to get a little bit of powder too. I got a pound of Hodgdon 322 or 332. I got some more IMR 4198. I got some Varget. I got and I got some more Vitavuri and 133 for I use that and 4198 in the 5095.
Hang on here. Willie, I'm pretty sure I got the right address. I'm not sure. Just bear with me.
I thought she'd go to sleep.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh. Shining in through the night. Standing in line. Really? In your pants. Nothing I can do. And she ate it, right?
Okay, Willie. It's done it.
Let's see here.
I see it's a rainbow. Look at that. Very pretty.
That's 6. Go. Winchester. There.
So, Pat, you're doing a setup there, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to have some pull the handle action.
I hope so. She's talking up a storm out there and hasn't noticed I'm here because she's 3088. That's that. Now, I need.
Okay, eat bacon. Yeah.
Where's Willie?
I sent him the link, and then he asked me to send it again, so I did. I'm not sure what that means, but eat bacon. So 38 special 45, and I have to warn Willie that it's hard for me to see the fourth person when they come in. So
Okay.
what did I send you the wrong link, Willie, or what's going on? I don't understand. Sorry, guys. Oh, I see. You're shooting. Oh, okay. 38 special 45 out of a shotgun adapter. Yeah. Well, Trail Boss isn't always accurate. Not in a high power rifle, but in a revolver, it seems to be pretty accurate to me. So I'm gonna wander off here and try to help Willie. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna voice over here. So
Well, let's see then. So we got our 308 seating die in. We got 20 pieces of 308 that's new brass primed and ready to go. And now we got to figure out what the hell did I do for a powder charge last time. Let's see.
My friend that's got the two Remington 1858 cap and ball revolvers. I got him one of those little Lyman Big Dipper pots that comes with like the ladle and an ingot mold and a couple other little doodads and stuff. I think it was like $100 or something. I got him one of those. What else? I got him a couple molds. I'm gonna set him up so that he can be a little bit more self-sufficient.
Well, good deal. Get him some real black powder so he doesn't go down that 777 road.
Oh yeah, I got him some GoX. I got him plenty of GoX. Hey, 777's fun, man. I like 777.
Okay.
I like it better than like Pyrodex. Even though, I mean, it is well, no, actually 777 is Hodgdon.
So there's our load data, 43 and a half. Shooter's World Precision Rifle. Okay.
hey, Michael,
Yes, sir.
you have a wrench, right?
I don't know, but I can't see the chat because I'm
Yeah.
on my phone.
Because you're on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Pat, how about you?
What's that?
You have a wrench for me?
Are
you on? Are you on YouTube?
Let's see.
Yeah, I need to get me a laptop or something. I mean, I got an old Gateway, and it still works, but for some reason, it says I'm connected to the internet, but when I try to get on the actual browser, it like keeps giving me an error message.
I must not have Willie's email right or something, but I used it once before and it worked.
Where are you, people's lovely faces? All right, there you are. Saturday chat 7 watching.
But I used it once before and it worked.
Where? Yes, I have a wrench.
Okay, Willie said never mind now. Apparently Sorry, Pat.
Oh,
I
no
thought I
problem.
gave you a wrench.
I got a wrench. I just checked.
I thought so.
So,
So I'll kill this. I was going to send it through the chat. I don't like doing that unless I know I have some wrenches. I know Vanessa's in and out, but that would be interesting though. Oh, we got somebody here. Oh, Willie's here. I guess he made it.
Yeah, there he
I
is.
said, screw it. I don't care anymore. Leave me alone. Go away. So, no more round 5.
Yeah, Willie, I don't know.
I'm telling you,
Oh.
I tried to go in through Gmail. Man, my freaking phone hated Gmail. I was throwing my phone, begging for another link, and my phone, I hate using this cell phone.
Yeah,
But I
and that's
had
what
a
I'm
great
using.
time in Georgia, guys. Great time.
Awesome.
Spent way too much money, but it's okay. It's a
You only
boy,
live
an
once.
8-pound boy. Yeah. Now I gotta wait for it to be shipped to me. Plus, I bought a scope, which I shouldn't have, but I did.
Oh, while you were out at Georgia?
Yeah, when I was out in Georgia. Yep. It
Okay.
sucks when you look at a scope and you see a price that's a lot cheaper than the actual price it was, and you look at it and you love it, and you go back saying you want it, and then they say, "Oh, it's this price," and you're going, wah, wah, wah. "I'll take it anyways."
Yeah, Thorzak's. I'm shooting a revolver, so in action steel, I'm pulling the trigger before I get to the target.
I can tell you this was the first time I ever fired a 45 Colt. And I'm sorry I can't see the side chat if anyone wants to yell at me, but that was an interesting round.
45 Colts.
So Willie, I think the key to StreamYard and the
Is the
side
computer.
chat. No, you have to open it in desktop mode. And I'm not sure if that will work if you're a guest. Not totally
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know. I'm an iPhone, so I've never seen
Oh.
that before. So
Yeah, I'm not. I'm Android and I use a desktop mode.
yeah, I got you. If I need to, I can run over to my other room, put my leg on, throw some clothes on, and go to the other room, turn the computer on. But I was hoping to get on Jim's chat, but he's already gone. He was out early.
I kind of missed what went on. I think he tried to get Kyle to kick the chat off, but it maybe didn't work. According
He
to
tried
some
Kyle to do
people.
what? To get off the chat?
He tried to get Kyle to do the chat, but I'm not sure it worked.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if Kyle's Chromebook would be able to do it or not. I'm sure you could, but I don't know. Sorry, guys. I was
A couple
in
guys. I
round
had
3
launched
at that time.
Yeah, I'd launched this and a couple guys came in and said that it didn't come up or something.
Gotcha.
And Jim was here. He didn't really say what happened, so
Oh, it's good to have an early chat. You know, you don't have to do no 8 hours. You've been on 2 hours already. Way to go.
yeah, it's been a little bit.
And Pat, they keep pushing the date back on the Vegas trip.
You're in charge, Willie. Figure it out with Jim. Just tell me
Oh
when.
no, Jim was in charge, but Jim's wussing out like always. So I'll figure it out. Now I got to save money for that trip. Of course, this trip was just thrown on me. Here's a plane ticket. You're going. I'm like, okay, I'm going.
Yeah, eat bacon. K4 Weaver. Wow, that's an old steel job, probably. I think I have one of those. And
I
you
thought
can
I heard
pick up a
Mike.
3 to 9. Pretty
Your gout's
reasonable.
feeling better, Mike?
Yeah, a couple of days ago started to finally subside. It's
That's
still there.
great.
I'm not 100% yet, but at least I've got like 80% of my mobility in my leg again. Because I couldn't bend it. I couldn't flex it. I couldn't bend it. Nothing. It was just like stuck, and you know, if I tried to bend it, it hurt like a son of a bitch, and yeah, it sucked.
Wow.
And that
I'm
lasted.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That lasted for about a month.
I'm sorry to
I
hear
always
that, Mike.
thought that gout was your feet, not so much other joints. But I guess
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get it. In any part of your body where there's a joint. And actually, I read a horror story some time back, and I was like, oh my God, I hope that never happens to me. Apparently, you can get gout in your spine.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
I
Well, that's
can't
not
even
so bad. I thought
imagine.
you said you could get it in your dick.
Oh no.
Oh no! Don't even say that.
Well, let me tell you this.
Mine's okay. I can live with that.
Well, let me tell you this. My knee got so bad, it was so inflamed, it was so swollen that apparently it started to affect my sciatic nerve, and so my sciatic nerve got irritated by it and swelled up, and I started experiencing sciatica. Well, it got so bad, the sciatica, just from the gout, that I could, the pain was shooting up from my leg all the way up, across my buttocks, up into my back, my lower back. Well, I could feel it in my groin. It hurt so bad.
Ooh.
And I was just like,
Ow.
oh my God.
You're
Okay,
making
no
me
gout.
cringe.
No gout.
Yeah.
You're making me cringe.
It sucked, man. It sucked. And the thing is like, this has been going on actually for like the past 3 months, because first I got it in one foot, and that lasted like 2-3 weeks, and then it just migrated to the other foot, and then that lasted for like 2-3 weeks, and then I had like 2 or 3 days of like relief, and I was like, thank God. And I got on the treadmill, I started working out. 2 days later, it acted up again, and it went from my foot, my right foot, and that lasted for like about a week and a half, and then it migrated up to my knee, and then that lasted for about three and a half, weeks or so.
Michael, you're sounding just like me from my spider bout, going from one foot to the other foot to the other foot.
Oh,
now
dude.
where'd this foot go? This foot's gone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on anybody because it sucked. But I tell you what, if you guys, any of you guys in the side chat ever get a chance to meet any of the Georgia Boy people, the Georgia people, your Aunt MCK or the Crazy Scotsman, they are just as generous as that sumbitch in the green shirt right there, West Covina Dodge. They will bend over backwards to give you anything they need.
MCK
And no,
was here a
Pat,
little
you're
while
not an
ago.
old grumpy bastard, Pat. You're a very kind and caring man. But one thing I forgot to call you, Pat, when I was in the Free States to see what magazines you needed. I'm
that's
sorry.
okay. I got an address in Vegas to drop ship anything I want, and I've got
That's true.
all the legal magazines anyway. I went crazy on Freedom Week and
Freedom Week.
Freedom Week.
went crazy. I got more magazines than I'll ever need.
Yep, my Freedom Week mags will be here soon. I had to take them to Georgia, and now they're being sent back to California.
By this time next year, every week will be Freedom Week.
Let's hope
Yeah.
so. Let us hope so. I tell you what, we had probably 200, 300 cars going down the street with the Trump flags, blowing their horns, everything, big rigs blowing their horn. It was great.
Hell
It was
yeah.
so good to be the first time that I've ever seen American citizens get together like this and work together for this. You know, you see other elections, people talk about it, but they don't get together like this one. This is
Yep.
been what, rows and rows of cars and trucks and flags hanging everywhere for Trump. And Georgia, flags everywhere for Trump. So if he doesn't win, they did a George Bush on us, Jr. They pulled a Florida on us.
Well, that could very well happen with the results and all that stuff.
Let's hope not,
I'm
my
already
friends.
wondering about how that. I'm already wondering how that's gonna go.
You know, I said a while back when they first started talking about this mail-in ballot thing, and everybody was panicking and blah this and that, and they went through with it, and they said it's going to happen. I kind of sat there and I said, you know, wouldn't it be funny if this thing backfired on them? And well, lo and behold, I think that's what's happening, because Arizona is already predicting Trump, and they were all saying how, oh, the Dems had it in the bag and blah, this and that. And they were saying the same thing about Michigan and Pennsylvania and Florida. And right now, from what I've seen so far, there's a shit ton of mail-in ballots that are for Biden that are being disqualified because these idiots didn't fill it out right. Or they're sending them in. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. These idiots were sanitizing their ballots. Do you understand what that means? They were literally taking like hand sanitizer and rubbing it all over their ballots, and it was screwing up the ballot. People were literally using bleach, and they were bleaching their ballots. Some people were even microwaving the damn thing.
My wife and me found a secure drop site, so we're delivering ours. We're not sending nothing through the mail, nothing like that. I don't trust any of that crap.
Oh, like
I'd rather go in and push the button. I'd rather push the buttons personally, but we found an actual drop box at the police station, so no one could mess with it.
Well, hopefully not.
Or hopefully.
Okay.
Well, Monday is early voting, first day of early voting here, so I don't know if we're going to go on Monday or maybe a couple of days later, but starting Monday is early voting up until I think the 2nd, like the day before. Yeah, I think it goes until the day before. So, yeah, and then that's the other thing too. My dad got a mail-in ballot, but I didn't, and my uncle didn't. So what the hell is up with that?
That's weird.
So I told
What are
my
you doing,
dad,
Pat?
I am setting Zoe up to reload some 308 because I promised her, and she just got home.
There you go. Not on an APP though.
No.
Good. You guys are I didn't mean to interrupt you, Michael, but you guys are kind of twisting my wrist for the APP, but I don't know. It has to be a really good sale or someone mailed it to me for me to do that. But I get an F. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
yeah,
The idea of being able to process brass that fast and size bullets that fast makes me go,
yeah.
But besides that, I don't need another press. It's like getting a hole in my head. I need another press.
All right.
Well, you can in just a minute. You can put your jammies on when you're done.
She's up at 10:21 and she's not in her jammies?
I'll let you know when I'm done putting on my jelly.
Okay. No, when you're done putting in your shoes, come on in.
I'm done putting on my jelly.
Okay, then come on in.
She's
She's
so cute, Pat.
done built. And these, are they done building?
Well, we're going to reload some 308 on the press. So here's your first one.
Thank you.
Oh, how polite. She's an angel.
No, you got to crook it all the way out, all the way back in.
Angel were my cousins.
Yeah.
It's a bullet.
He lives at that team.
Yeah, I was so mad I couldn't take my guns with me to Georgia. I loaded so much 308 and 350 Legend. I was so mad.
Did you fly or?
Yeah, I flew, and the airline said that my bag was 10 whatever too large. You know, because they have to do it overall length, overall width, and height, and all. They measure it all in, and my case was 10 whatever they call it too large. So they wanted to charge me $240 each way because it was an additional $40 for a second bag and an additional $200 each way for an oversized luggage. So $240 each way. My ticket was only $350, so it would have cost more to ship my guns than it would be for my ticket.
What a grab.
So
Hold the handle real slow. I think it's okay.
that's why I had to leave them here. I was so upset. But I can tell you what, Jamie, Mr. JH586 has a beautiful 270.
That right there.
And Insights Freedom 6.5 Creedmoor. I tell you, Michael, it's like glass shutting that bolt. At first I didn't think it fed a round in. I had to open the bolt and it jacked the live round out. It was just so glass, just perfect.
Nice.
And where you put it, it hits.
If I put
That's
so
awesome.
nice. Absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't even I haven't gone to watch the videos
how
yet.
they come out.
You're not okay.
I'm sorry. There's so many of them, but I just I was trying to keep them under 10 minutes each video, and so much video got cut and sent to the floor because it would have been 30 videos long, you know. So I had to cut them. So I tried to put the best I got, but my videos are stupid, like I always say. But Insight had a great video because he's real talented at adding stuff into the videos, and I'm not that great at that.
Ah, man, just do you, brother. That's it.
That's all I do, all through my cell phone.
And I love that Angel is my cousin, but he actually lived at his house, but it's far away. But
But it was cool. I got to meet Carter, Chico's son. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Watched him shoot. That was a blast.
Awesome.
Are the new these done building?
Uh-oh. Dropped it. Well, grab another one. I'll find that one.
You're such
No,
a good helper. What's her name, Pat?
That's Zoe.
Zoe, you're such a good helper. You're quite welcome.
That's Willie. Say hi, Willie.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Zoe. Can't wait to meet you.
I went to my cousin's Angel's.
And I can't wait to see your not wife again, Pat.
So
I tell you
next
what,
time
guys.
reloading is too difficult, just remember.
A little girl can do it. Miss Zoe could do it.
Uh-huh, you're real good.
Papa, should I try to do the powder one day?
Yes, one day I'll let you measure out the powder, but first you're going to learn how to sort brass. That's even more fun.
I tell you what, guys. When I met Pat and his old lady, and I said, it's nice to meet you, Pat's wife. I swore her head spun around like The Exorcist. No, I'm not his wife. I'm sorry. I'm cringe. I'm sorry. Please don't bite my head off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to watch, man. You assume something, you never know what the results are.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to be polite. I'm
No,
meeting her, getting in
I
her
get it.
brand new car. But
Yeah,
it was
I get
funny.
it.
It was just funny that don't call me his wife. But, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I promise not
Yeah.
to do it again, ma'am.
That's a mistake you don't make twice, Willie, I guess.
I guess not.
And you never know. I'm sure I've done the same thing, I mean, you assume something that maybe
Yeah,
isn't
when you see
correct.
someone together for you hear that they've been with quite a while, you assume that they're naturally that way, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very fair assumption, I think.
Oh.
So what'd they do, Willie? Your package was oversized by 10 inches in, how do I want to say, overall circumference, some way.
yeah, something like that. Well, they would just
Yeah.
charge me an oversized luggage fee of $200 each way, plus the
Yeah.
$40 extra for the second bag each way.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, they'd be more than happy to help you out with that.
Oh, they were more than happy to do that. They said, absolutely, we will do that for you. And I said,
Yeah.
no. What I should have done if I would have had more advance notice, I should have shipped my rifles FedEx and had them delivered, and that would have been so much easier, But
that's good.
I didn't. Next time
I
I'll
think you
know.
have to do an FFL though.
What happens if he tries?
That's what I was
You
thinking too.
you
But
could be
Kenny
right.
was
You could
saying
be right.
something about that that the FFLs still use like FedEx and stuff anyway. But I didn't understand how you get around the whole shipping a gun thing. Because I thought that was illegal
told him
too.
when I come again, I'm driving. It'll take me a good week to get there, but I can take whatever I want.
Yep.
So
My hands are
it was so glorious, guys, watching everyone carry a gun in that town, in that state. Everyone had a gun on them. I was just
Nice.
clapping for people going, very nice. So cool. Very cool. Watching everyone saying, yeah, this is my chunk monkey, pulling ARs. Yeah, if I can get to my truck, they're toast. I'm like, oh, I want that.
Yep.
It's okay, grab another one. I'll find
I
it.
remember back in the day, I worked
Okay.
at a country store. And this guy used to come in. He had a revolver on his hip. And I went, kind of looked at him and he goes, no, he goes, it's legal as long as it's not concealed, he says. And I'm like, I'm not sure what that law is in this state. Maybe if you're hunting, I think is the kind of leeway, but I'm not so sure that's that way anymore.
I remember in California, you used to be able to keep your rifle on the back window of your car, drive down the road.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Good
was the
old
thing. The gun rack in the back window,
Yes, sir.
pickup
Fine.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw Kenny, he was saying, yeah, you can open carry, no license, no nothing here. You don't have to be a resident of the state. You can all open carry. And I was just like, I
Put
felt
'em in a
like, oh man, I'm going to go to jail if I do that. I just felt so like I was a
No,
criminal,
today-
you know?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's iffy here today, but there's probably
What
states
state
that
are you
still
in?
do that. PA.
Nope, you
Yeah.
slipped out a little bit. You got to push that back in.
Yeah, I know when that guy told me, I went, boy, I don't know about that. This was in the 80s, so this is years ago.
Oh, I'm sure it was
But
in the 80s. Everything was free back then.
Right.
Hell,
Yeah,
I
he
remember
come
in the
walking
80s
into the country. He
Go ahead,
come
I'm sorry.
walking into the country store with a holster and a revolver, and
Gotta
it's
go
funny
outside.
because we sold red dot powder, and it was right below the coffee machine in a keg,
Yeah.
and we would scoop it out and weigh it in a paper bag.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, for real.
That was the good old days.
No kidding.
And yeah, an American hoagie was $1.25
That's crazy.
because
Let me
that's
get a
what you
hoagie
were.
and a pound of red dot.
You pump gas and you fed powder. You did hunting license. You cooked, and so it was an all-purpose store. Kerosene, everything that everybody needed in the country.
Yep.
I can see it right now. Go and buy your pack of coal or skull and get
Yep.
5 pounds of red dot in a
Yep.
paper bag.
Yep. Yeah, and a gallon of milk. Wife said she wanted some milk.
Yeah.
Can't forget the primers and powder.
And it was there. There was a full sporting goods in the back. It's all gone. It's been gone for
Number 10.
15 years, 20.
Well, if
Yep,
you guys
I got
ever have a chance to go to North Georgia Reloading, I highly recommend it. Great store. No primers anywhere, but boy, did they have some fine weapons for sale and fine powder, everything else. Just no primers.
I'm hearing that primers are going to open up. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Jamie said he
whether-
found right after I left, the company had them, but they were $68 a thousand. That's why he said, stick it.
Yikes.
Depends on how bad you want them, I suppose.
The white box
Yeah,
takes 20.
that's
We don't
why
have
I
24.
bought them for $68 here in California because I needed small magnums. I didn't have any, so I was stuck. And now that I bought them, I haven't used them.
Yes. Tomorrow we can do some.
Well, you never know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you count on it twice too.
But
I had
I will
to-
be like everyone else. I'm going to start buying once the primers come back to normal price. If they come back normal, I'm going to start buying 1,000 a month. Just 1 month small, 1 month large, 1 month rifle. I'm just going to start doing that.
Yep.
How many you got there,
Oh.
Pat? You got 100 or 50?
She did 10.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
That's 10 more than you had a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mom is going to shoot them off real easy.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I was telling the guys earlier, Willie, the range maintenance guy here, he had a 357 lever action. He wanted to test his reloads, and he saw I was on the pistol range, and he wanted to chrono them. So we went out to the back silhouette range and let him chrono the rounds he had loaded. And I was there Friday, and he shows up, gets out of his car, and he hands me a pack of primers. And I look, and there's small pistol match. I'm like, what's this? He goes, well, thanks for letting me use your chrono. He says, I said, well, I can use these primers. Thank you.
That's great.
Heck
Now,
yeah.
So
see, the second
we
range
trade-
we went to, if I would have known that there was so many rounds in the back of the hill, I would have said, let's go early in the morning before they open up and just start sifting lead. Kyle went back there and said they
Yeah.
were just rolling down the hill. I'm thinking, oh, Lord, I'd stay there.
I did the same thing on Friday. I went out to the Silhouette range and about, I don't know whether it's 60 meters in the Silhouette range, 60 or 80. You find quite a bit of lead projectiles that just bounce off the edge of a target, and they're like
Mhm.
whole.
Wow,
You
that's great.
At a certain range, they don't disintegrate if they just hit the edge.
Hmm.
So I picked up
Yeah,
a couple
I
pounds
would.
of range scrap.
I'd take a couple of buckets with me and come out half full every time, and just 4 or 5 buckets.
Yeah, and I
have a
didn't
little refrigerator dolly and a sifter and a shovel and go to town.
Yeah, I didn't even take a sifter or nothing or a shovel, nothing. Just what was laying on top that the rain had taken the dirt off of.
Yes, sir. That's when you want to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
That would be great to do, but oh well, we didn't. He didn't know, I didn't know, and it was too late to go back and try to get a sifter and everything, so it was too far to
Right.
go. But I told them, go back when they're closed on a Sunday, and if you can get permission from the ranger who runs it, just sift away.
Yep.
Hmm.
You know, buy them a 24 pack or something like that, a case of beer, and say, cool, enjoy them after hours. I'll leave it better than it was when I left.
I think most of ours, because our backstops are not out by the berm, I don't see as much of it because the backstops are actually closer. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
they're
saying?
like, yeah, they're
Yes,
off
sir.
the berm.
Yeah. So I don't see as much of that, but if I go where they shoot steel silhouettes, I get a fair amount of like whole lead, just dented projectiles.
Wow. You think
If
there'd
they
be
hit the
just powder?
Yeah, if they just hit the edge, they'll have the tip bolt dented. And these guys are, some of them are shooting like a 45. So they weigh up kind of good. But there's
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
would be
them.
great. Well, that's what Pat needs to do. After his big 600 pounders, he shoots that monster.
Sure. I
He's
imagine
making
so.
someone happy. But I'll tell you what, Kyle let me shoot his shotgun with those fire hydrants. Ooh, boy, those were nice. That thing would just tear an animal or a person up. Oof. But when you look at it in person, they look small because every time I've seen it, they're showing on a screen like this, so they look really big. And he showed it to me. Oh, that's it? Then he waited. I said, oh, that is it. Like, dang. And of course, Scotsman had to give me a new Lyman mold, the 147 grain 9 mil.
Nice.
He just kept handing me stuff. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not worthy. Don't do this to me. You're making me feel like this freaking big. Everyone bitches saying that I always get stuff for free, and here I am getting more stuff for free.
Yeah, eat bacon. $7-8 per 100 for primers. Is that a regular price? Or is that just the current tariff?
Do you think that's more towards current? Because here, I think
I
it's
would
like
think.
$5 for a thing, 100 for normal price. I don't know what they are now, but
Well, I
none of
got
my shops have
1,000.
them.
I got 1,000 here, I don't know, a month ago at a local shop. It was like going to the speakeasy. And they were 37 for 1,000 and a 1,000 limit.
Sure.
PCC Kid and I went out to a local shop, and the shop I was at, I heard the salesperson behind me say, "Excuse me, sir, what size primers were you looking for?" And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Small pistol primers." And I went, She goes, no, she goes, we don't have any, but the store down the street got some in last week. And I happen to know where the store was. And I went, okay, we're out of here. We're going down here.
Absolutely. I would beat feet too. I couldn't believe it. I was with my friend. Like I said in that video, they had 1,900 small pistols. And he's like, I said, I bought the 1,000 and I had to give him my money for him to buy the 900. Well, they said they had more. And he goes, I don't know if I want it for 900. I'm like, he'll take it. I looked at him. I said, shut the hell up. You know how many stores I called and you're going to say no because it was missing 100 primers? I wanted to slap him right in the air.
Yeah, what's wrong with you there?
Exactly. That's what I said. I said, he'll take it. No problem.
Yeah. Well, I did the same thing because PCC, I went out in the back looking at cleaning supplies, and he comes up to me, and apparently the store guy had waited on him, and he said, do you have any primers? He goes, what size are you looking for? And he said, small pistol primers. And he goes, yeah, we have those. The limit's 1,000. Anyway, he come back and got me, and I went to the counter, and they had 2 boxes laying out on the counter. And I looked at the guy and I said, do you have any Federals? And I got this blank stare. And I said, okay, I get it. I'll take them.
Yeah, he's like, dude, just take them. Beggars
Yeah,
can't be choosy.
yeah. Well, the revolver likes the Federals. You
Yeah,
can
I
run
like
the trigger.
Remington, Federal, Winchester. CCI
In
and
the
me just
revol-
kind of don't get along.
In the revolver, you can run a Federal a little lighter on the trigger, so your double action pull's not quite as hard.
That's good to know.
Yeah, the Federal's softer.
Yeah, that's why you got those primers from me, Willie.
I understand.
Remember, I
Sir.
had put all those Federals
sir.
on you. Way
Yes,
too
sir.
soft for the Martinez. It's punching holes in the darn things.
Probably. Yep. Something that's real heavy duty, yeah. And I think that's a lot of the difference. Oh, geez. I hate to recount this, but the cup hardness on certain primers is harder than others. I mean, even within brands. What is it?
That's
Bench
crazy.
rest or something like that? One or
The
the other.
BR4s.
Maybe. And they're what for an AR?
Well, you'd want the 41s for the AR technically. The CCI 41s.
34s are the AR-10. You know, the
Yeah.
7.62.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that
Loading
cup
firing
hardness
pin.
is- Yeah, so that Martini's got a pretty heavy duty or longer, maybe a longer firing pin or something.
Yeah, well, real hard striker and a real hard striker spring on it. It mashes them real good.
Yes, it does.
How about that trigger pull, Willie?
Oh, it was fine. Wasn't that
I
bad?
don't know. Gritty and 12 pounds.
Yeah, it was like, trying to pull a tank, but you know what? When it went off, it told you
You pulled
with
it.
authority.
That's on a CCI. It whacks them really good.
I'm gonna blow you up there, Pat.
So
Dang.
that's a primer strike on a nice hard CCI. On a Federal, sometimes it goes all the way.
Right. Yeah, Federal primers are known to be soft. The revolver loves them though. So
Yeah.
if you ever get into revolver, especially a double action, I think the single action maybe hits a little harder. It depends on how you have it tuned.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yes,
That's
to
good to know.
get into revolvers, but right now, no funds for that. And I've got a couple of guns next, and unfortunately, not a revolver. I need to do up 2 AR-10s and probably another Schmidt-Rubin.
You're gonna buy another
Yeah,
Schmidt-Rubin?
What's that?
You're gonna try to buy another Schmidt-Rubin?
Well, I got the 1889. I'm going to try for a GP11, the 1911 model, and for next.
You'll find it. But yeah, the AR-10, it's a fine shooting weapon, and I was really surprised how good it shot. Of course, Pat's the one who gave me 90% of stuff on the gun.
Well, I'm glad it turned out, Willie.
Yes, sir. It
So what
certainly
happened?
did.
Why do you mentioned something about you couldn't shoot it on the range? What happened?
I don't. You broke up on me. What'd you say?
Okay, on your last video about it, your range trip, you said something about you couldn't shoot that on the range anymore. Somebody give you a hard time over it?
Oh, the scope died. That's why I couldn't shoot anymore. When I was with my son up in Sacramento, the scope was dead. So I only shot 5 rounds, function tested. That's it. Now that I got the new scope going to go on, I'm going to go to my old range and shoot it there. Yeah, we always have these, range Nazis, they rah, 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 no, whatever. Just shut up.
Oh yeah, that's everywhere. It's
On Saturday we had a guy. He's rah, 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 rah. We're like, just go away, go away, go away. But,
eat bacon. Regular prices here. No changes in gun components or ammo. Those prices have been unaffected by U.S. election. Powder supplied local is low due to hunting season. Normal ammo shortage. Yeah, agreed. But man, 7 to 8 is a normal price for you. Wow, primers.
yeah, see, I'm got to get to my range again because these guys throw their casings away. I found Jamie a full box of 270s. Once fired. I picked up like 3308 once fires, a ton of 223. No one wants that stuff, so I scooped it all up. But I got to get to mine because, like you say, it's hunting season. They're going to shoot it, throw it away unless they're a reloader. I only saw 3 other people that were actually reloaders. They wanted their brass.
Yeah, the range guy coming to me last week and he said, "Hey, you don't have a 7mm 08, do you?" I go, "No, why?" He goes, "Somebody left a box of ammo laying out at the high power range." I went, "Wow, really?"
Nice.
They literally
very
forgot
nice.
it, I think. Like
Live
loaded
or
ammo.
loaded
No,
ammo?
live,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. Somebody's gonna be pissed when they get home.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be hard to find
Yeah.
someone who can use it and mail it to
But
them.
you never know what happens. I mean, I rolled into the range last week. There was a guy in a pickup truck. He was leaving. Another guy was walking up, and I went up to the far range. I came back, and they were shooting the shit. They get done shooting the shit, and this guy gets in his truck and goes to leave, and his tailgate's down. Well, hey, buddy. He didn't remember. He didn't shut his tailgate.
Damn, you
kinds
should
of
have
stuff.
followed him. You could have got free guns.
Yeah. And I went, hey, buddy.
That was
Hey,
nice
your
of you to do
tailgate.
that.
Your tailgate's down, man. You never know. I mean, you just lose track of what you're doing.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. It's like Jamie couldn't find his rear bag from the first day of shooting. He was upset 'cause the $40 bag. Finally, Cal found it because people were just grabbing stuff to put in the vehicle to get going, and
Yeah.
it was fun, to say the least.
What were you shooting at? 270?
We're shooting at the 100-yard range. That's all there was, I don't know the
what?
ammunition. You'd have to ask Jamie.
What range?
One in Georgia. I don't know the name of it. Sorry. You'd have to ask
Oh,
Jamie. He
okay.
knows. He knows the name of his rifle, and he knows the name of the actual range he goes to. Nice range, though. Very nice.
Hmm. No, I thought I heard somebody say 270.
Yeah. Jamie was shooting a 270 there.
Okay.
And I found a box of once fired brass in the trash. No one ever looks in the trash. I'll dive right in looking for brass, you know? Or a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
guys
times
will throw.
you shoot and see targets, but then the small ones are still not done. So yeah, I take those, put them on the target.
Oh, I've done the
Why
same thing.
why send them to the scrapyard?
Yeah.
None of the guys ever thought of looking in the trash. I'm like, I find casings all the time in the trash.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get a ton of guys, you know, if they're shooting high power and they don't want to interrupt somebody, they'll just leave their targets out and maybe they didn't even shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they post them and don't shoot them. Hell,
Yes,
I
sir.
get targets like, I don't buy targets hardly ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about steel in the pistol range. You paint it and then you don't hang any targets. You can see where your shots are by painting it.
Oh, absolutely. And plus, you get instant feedback. Bang! Yep, you got it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they did that a couple of years ago here. They put small silhouettes up at the pistol range, and yeah, I shoot steel anyway, so I like it. And then they put another pistol range in adjacent with a plate rack and a dueling tree, which is really nice
Nice.
for
Very
training.
nice.
You know, I mean, plate rack, you can shoot one end, the other end, and work it in as a training, you know, a transition maneuver.
Sure.
It's not totally effective for what I do because our sweeps are up to 25 yards. And then what happens is our sweeps are wide, but they also go anywhere from 7 yards out to as much as 30. So
Yeah, see,
it
I would
doesn't help.
love to shoot a Texas Star, I believe they're called.
Yeah.
You shoot it, and then the other one, they start rotating. I wouldn't mind trying one of those.
Yeah,
You
that
have to
looks like
find
fun.
usually have to find a falling steel match. We don't, or the USPSA guys shoot it, but there's a lot of run and gun there. And yeah, I don't get into the run and gun game.
Yeah, there's
Our
no
local
run and
range,
gun with my old ass.
right. I mean, we had a guy, Steel Challenge, it's pretty much static from your standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one or two stages there's only one stage where you really have to move under the course of fire. So for somebody who doesn't move well, it's a really easy sport.
Gotcha.
So Steel Challenge, you can look it up. Trying to think the best way to find your local club. It's through Practice Score, but it's through Practice Score.
Yeah, like I said, I call the range and say, you guys have any steel match? Let me know, and they'll let me know.
You can go to the Steel Challenge website and do a search, but you have to. It can be kind of wonky. But then you have what they call falling steel matches, and a lot of times they will have that star as part of that star. To buy that star, I think is a minimum of like $1,500.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can buy that star with targets that are smaller and thinner for 22 or for high power pistol.
Sure.
And I don't mean any magnums. Usually it's no magnums.
That would be way out of my price range.
Yeah, basically, the 3-gun guys usually shoot the star with either a shotgun or a pistol. But then 3-gun, you're getting into running gun. So a falling steel match is your best bet to find a Texas star at a local match, and they're probably out there.
Oh, I'm sure. I just got to find one. Been sitting on my ass too long. Got to get back in the high power matches and get into that.
Yeah, our local here, it's probably 100 miles for me to find a falling steel match. And that's why I don't shoot it, because I have 2 steel challenge clubs close to me.
That's
I
good.
mean, within 45 minutes. And they shoot once a month, so I get 2 matches a month. And then they do what they call a Friday night steel, which isn't always. It's trigger time, is what it is. But then again, I mean, if you're shooting anything with a small pistol primer, yeah, you know where we're all at there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of guys, we had a match here about a month ago. There was 38 entries, and I think there was 6 center fire shooters in the whole group. They were all shooting 22 long rifle.
Cheapest. That's why it's so cheap to do.
Yeah, and they guys can't find primers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a real thing.
Why waste them?
I mean, once you're halfway through the season, you want to finish the season and keep your game up, and you still got to transition. In here, it snows here, so we have to skip. We're lucky if we shoot to December, depending on the weather, and then we jump into April or May before we shoot again. So you like to keep your game up to get past that area.
Do you do a lot of dry firing to keep you going out of the holster?
I don't do as much as I should.
Mm-hmm.
But in all reality, I think the live fire is the best practice. Even if you do it twice a month, it's better than only once a month.
True. But I noticed dry fire helped me out tremendously. But that was high power, not pistol. So
Right. Yeah. And so, everybody talks about training and the actual, actually shooting a match.
Mm-hmm.
It helps, but it doesn't help, because the scenario is way different. I mean, because you're enabling yourself to run off a timer and not have to interact with a range officer that's, you don't know what his technique might be.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you're anticipating a buzzer going off, and if you don't know if the guy's on a 2-second delay or a 3-second delay, or he's going to push the button and you're going right away, the training doesn't help a whole lot, other than the holster draw, mostly. It's having your holster draw is what I find the most beneficial, because in center fire, we draw out of a holster.
Cool.
22 is all low ready, so it's real easy. I mean, comparatively easy. I mean, you can cut half a second off your time by shooting low ready easily. But, a holster draw is pretty slow. I mean, there's lots of guys that are real quick at it, but to be good at it, get it out of there and get it on target, especially with iron sights, it's difficult.
Oh, I can imagine. I don't know how you guys get them out and get on that red dot. on a pistol. You need a lot of practice with that.
It's
I rented
it's all
one.
about it's all about being familiar with the equipment. And
Like I said,
I
I
find
rented one.
I
I couldn't find it.
yeah, and if you're running one of those little ones that runs on the back of a slide, like for a carry optic,
Yes, sir.
they're harder than something that is bigger, made for competition. I mean, they're made small for a reason so that you can put it in a holster
Sure.
as a carry optic, where a full-on competition red dot has a bigger window.
Well, you better
And
practice. That's all I gotta say is, God forbid you gotta pull the gun and use it. You're going, wait, where's the dot? Yeah.
yeah, and you're
Put the slide dead
going
center
like
mass.
this, up and down like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still do it occasionally. I don't. If you see my videos now and then, you'll pick it up where I'll pull up on a target and I'm up and down trying to find it,
Nothing wrong with that.
and
Good
then
night, Eat Bacon.
what's that, Pat?
I said, good night, eat bacon. Our Canadian buddy is hitting the sack.
Good night,
Oh,
sir.
I'm sorry,
Good night.
Eat Bacon. We've been shooting this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night too, guys.
All right,
It's
Michael.
getting late.
Yeah,
Give
it's
me a
all
call
good.
anytime, Michael.
Yeah,
Good.
we'll do. I'll
Yeah.
call you next week.
Perfect.
And K24, appreciate it. Thank you for the invite. Had a good time. Willie, have a good night. Pat, always a pleasure
too.
talking to you. Hope you
Good night,
guys have a
Mike.
good night. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
I want to
Hopefully.
hear a rant on YouTube on Monday.
What's that?
I said, Michael, I want to hear a rant because you know that they're going to drop some more emails and they're going to be even better. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to your rant on Monday.
Oh yeah. I dropped a video earlier today too, just talking about the ballot, the early voting and stuff, and how everybody, all the Democrats are freaking out. As a matter of fact, was that earlier today? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was earlier today. Joe Biden's campaign manager actually came out and admitted that the polls and stuff were wrong, and that they were inflated to make Joe Biden look like he was on top, and now they're panicking
That's
because
okay.
the numbers are not coming out the way they thought they were going to come out.
Well, at least they
That's
found out.
Yeah, they're going to find out the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. That's
Yeah.
what happened last time.
Yep.
And Willie, it's always a pleasure seeing you, sir.
Oh, it's
So,
always a pleasure too, Pat. Because I'm falling asleep. Matter of fact, on you guys right now. I took my sleeping pills. I'll stay on as long as I can, but I am burnt.
Yeah.
A little bit of jet lag.
So K24, thank you, sir, for having me on.
Yes.
No,
I think
absolutely.
we're all going to run, buddy.
I was trying to pick up Jim's chat, and I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Hey,
And I
you did
went
a good
back,
job, man.
and they were gone. And I went, "Where'd they go?"
Yeah, that's what I said.
then
When
Jerry-
I went to turn it on, it was gone.
And Jerry 1911 came on and said, apparently Kyle had trouble or something. So I don't know. I hope I didn't screw anything up with
Nah,
that
don't
whole
worry about
thing.
It's
Nah,
I
don't
wouldn't
about it.
worry about it. I wouldn't
worked
worry
out
about
great.
it.
Yeah,
He's a big
worked out
boy.
great.
All right, gentlemen,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
going to let
think-
you go. Enjoy your weekend. K24, thanks for having me. Side chat, I can't see you. I love you all.
Yep.
Mike, we'll talk next week. Love you, Pat. Bye.
Take
Man,
care,
go
everybody.
home.
All right, guys.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.